on the practice.
Why are you so angry?
For pretending that my husband's in love with me when I know he's not.
Lindsay, for God's sake. Of course I love you.
But, oh, I'm sorry.
Bobby,
Oh my God, Sarah.
how are you?
Great. I thought you left Boston.
Well, I'm back. DC summers were too hot. I'm at Wickham now, private practice.
Wickham?
Yes.
Well, that's a good find.
It is. Bobby, what's going on? Why are we having coffee?
Well, like you said, to catch up and...
Let's catch up then. How's your marriage? If you have to think about it, maybe you shouldn't be having coffee with a woman you used to sleep with.
I'm very faithful.
Then maybe you should make use of this free time and spend it with your wife.
Yo, Z. No, it's not like that. Look, I'm just saying, things are slow out here. It's not an excuse, Yeah, I hear you. No. Yeah, you get your money, all right?
But they believe the shooting was drug-related. The suspect, only 19 years old, was arrested trying to flee the scene. In fact, police say the Dorchester teen was still holding the murder weapon. Police have identified the victim as 36-year-old Lauren Hayes. Hayes, a single mother of 3, was reportedly walking her son to school. As for the
When did we get appointed?
The judge called at 7. Eugene and Jimmy left an hour ago.
Helen Gamble drew the case.
Great.
According to eyewitnesses, the suspect, Troy Ezekiel, just brandished the gun and began firing.
It was an accident.
Slow down.
You need to find Willie Brand. He was the guy I was shooting at. I never meant to hit that lady.
It really doesn't matter who you were shooting at, Troy.
He was gonna kill me. That matters. It matters to me.
Who was going to kill you?
Willie Brand. He said if I sold on this corner one more time, he was gonna cap me. Now you need to be chasing his ass down instead of sitting
I don't
here.
need to be chasing anybody's ass down.
So this was a drug territory thing?
Yes.
Well, did he reach for a gun or point one at you? What did he do?
Nothing. But I wasn't about to wait. He was gonna do it, I know.
Okay. No talking in the courtroom. We'll meet here, right after the arraignment.
(32777), Commonwealth versus Troy Ezekiel, on the charge of murder in the first degree.
Excuse me, Your Honor, but my client hasn't been brought in yet.
Where is he?
I can answer that. I apologize for the late notice, Your Honor. I'm Todd Dixon from the Justice Department. Troy Ezekiel is now in federal custody.
What?
Since when?
A few minutes ago. U.S. Marshals just took him. Again, I apologize for the last-second confusion.
Took him on whose authority?
Judge Minella of the United States District Court for Boston. She issued a writ early this morning.
Is there a new charge?
Murder in the furtherance of a drug enterprise and drug trafficking within 1,000 feet of a school.
Did you know about this?
Of course I didn't know. Did you see my expression?
There are murders all the time in that neighborhood. The federal government has never stepped in.
Jimmy, figure it out. There can only be one explanation.
Which is?
What can the federal government do that the state can't?
Oh, God.
What?
They can execute. They're going for the death penalty.
The death penalty?
Well, they haven't filed yet, but we think that's what this is about.
Hold on, they're gonna kill me over an accident?
Oh, you did kill somebody. The fact that it was the wrong person...
Why the hell aren't you on my side?
Let's get something straight. I'm your lawyer, not your friend.
Nah, I remember you. You came to my school on some career day crap. You were cocky then and you still are.
Pity I didn't know better. Look how we turned out. I should have been more like you. You want to see how tough you are without a gun? Go ahead. Second thing to get straight, you a punk. Drug dealer, murderer, punk, which makes my job tougher. But I'm gonna do my job all the same. All I need for you is to do yours, which basically means to keep your mouth shut and do as I tell you.
You're really going for death?
Yes. They are.
What happens is they form an ad hoc committee. Basically, what they do is they walk around the office, grab 4 or 5 prosecutors, whoever's there.
And that committee decides whether or not to go for death.
Pretty much. The U.S. attorney makes a short presentation, and then they vote. Simple as that. Sometimes they even do it over sandwiches. The problem is, once they decide Bobby is right, you can't appeal it.
Do we get to address this committee?
Do you have the right to? No. But sometimes they will invite defense lawyers in to hear what they have to say.
How do we get such an invitation?
You cross your fingers.
Thank you. Any other way?
Like someone who used to work in the Justice Department could make a phone call?
Please. This kid is a criminal, no doubt, but he doesn't deserve death.
I'll make a call.
Thank you.
Could I have a second with Bobby? What are you doing?
What?
Why am I here?
Because we needed...
You don't have any other connections to the Justice Department?
Believe it or not, no.
Hey.
Hey, Lindsay Dole, my wife. Sarah Barker.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. Do you want me to wait or?
No, I think...
We're done.
We're done, yes. Thank you again for...
Everything I've done.
Yes.
Well, I will let you know what the committee says. Nice to meet you, Lindsay.
You too. You okay?
Me?
You seem a little on tilt.
Oh, death penalty case. I'm a little rattled.
Too rattled to eat?
No, let's go eat.
Okay, you've got your invitation, 10 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Thank you.
Is there a certain procedure or...
Not really. Prosecution goes first, then you. Expect to get about 10 minutes. Now look, don't waste it arguing the elements. The committee assumes guilt. They assume a first-degree conviction. Their role is only how to punish the convicted.
You mean what punishment to recommend? It's the jury who decides.
The jury may decide, Jimmy, but if you look at their track record, when the feds ask for death, they almost always get it.
Which means if we're to save this kid's life...
You need to do it here.
What about administrative rules?
I don't think you understand. They pluck 5 prosecutors, they put them in a room, and they decide. No rules, no evidentiary procedure, no due process. You just make the best case you can that this kid, deep down, is an angel.
I'm still stuck on the why. Why go after this kid?
It isn't the kid, Jimmy, it's the Commonwealth. Ashcroft is trying to bring the death penalty into all of the states that don't have it, and Massachusetts is on the top of his list.
So he's hauling state murder cases into federal court.
We better get to work.
Thank you.
No problem.
Sarah, we really appreciate this.
Well, good luck with it. You're gonna need it.
Listen, it's gonna be a late night here, and I don't know if you have plans, but you want to grab some dinner?
The reason this is so important, we have no defense. The kid he was shooting at, turns out he had no weapon. None of the witnesses saw him make any threatening gestures toward your son. And Troy himself told the police that he didn't see him reach for a gun.
So, he's going to be convicted.
I'd be lying if I said I thought otherwise. Which means we need to convince them not to go for the death penalty. A, because their decision isn't subject to appeal, and B, when they go for the death penalty, they usually get it.
My God. My God.
Look, I'm not even sure the committee will agree to hear from you. But if they do...
I did the best I could. Troy's older brother, he got into drugs. Troy just followed suit, I guess. But I tried. I tried.
So, now we're in therapy, and I don't know, I hope it helps, but... Hello?
Come here.
Well, maybe you can say something.
Okay, I can't believe we're sitting here doing this. How's that?
Doing what? We're having dinner.
Oh, we're having dinner. Okay.
What do you think we're doing?
Bobby, this is foreplay.
Excuse me?
Oh, I did 10 minutes on my lousy marriage, 20 minutes on how your wife really doesn't understand you. This is foreplay for infidelity. Isn't even original.
I have no plans for being unfaithful to my...
Yes, you do. Probably too good of a guy to actually do it, but just allowing for the possibility.
You're wrong. I'm having dinner with an old friend, period.
Fine.
You know, you make it seem like I'm trying to orchestrate something here. But here you sit.
You brought me in on a case.
Which doesn't obligate you to dinner. But here you sit.
Okay, you're right. I plead guilty. So you're up, Bobby. I made my admission. I'm here because I find it a little exciting to be having dinner with a man I used to make love to. I'm not innocent. What's your story? I'll tell you your story. You feel lonely. You feel Lindsay's responsible for that loneliness. And so that somehow justifies you going out to enjoy some simple company with a friend. Lindsay shut you out. She drove you to this dinner in a way. Isn't that the way it goes? Of course, you'd never let it go anywhere with me because you're faithful. It's a friendship. Completely innocent. If anything were to happen, well, it would have to be me. Always was a bit of a risk taker, that crazy me. You're safe, Bobby. Not sure it's what you want, but you're safe. This will be a dinner, nothing more. Once you get the names of the committee members, call me. I'll give you the rundown.
Okay.
This is me right here, 207.
Again. Thanks for all your help.
My pleasure. And thank you for dinner. If you're ever single again, call me.
I don't have plans to be single again.
Good night, Bobby.
Did you kiss her back?
No. And she didn't really kiss me. It was just a good night.
Why were you having dinner with her?
I don't know. You all say I crave isolation. I think a part of me needed...
Don't give me that crap. You're just looking to pop your hot dog.
Rebecca.
I'm lonely. I'm misunderstood. Why are you even telling me this? I tell you why. You're looking to clear your little conscience and not get caught. You should be telling Lindsay if you're angry, not me, and certainly not that slut Sarah.
Everything's just black and white with you, isn't it?
This is. You don't go having dinner with ex-girlfriends. You're married.
This is how Troy Ezekiel looked that morning. This is the man who killed Lauren Hayes. Not the cleaned up version they brought in here today. What you're getting now is a copy of Mr. Ezekiel's rap sheet. It shows 2 convictions for cocaine possession. And as you can see, he was given a break. Instead of jail, the court ordered treatment. 18 months later, he was arrested again, this time with twice the amount of drugs. And again, he was allowed to plead to a misdemeanor.
How long did he serve?
90 days, which was light, given that he was already a seller.
Mr. Dixon, let's get to the crime, please.
This map shows the path taken by the defendant. As you can see, he started firing at will here. His intended target, a rival dealer, managed to get away without being hit. But not before the defendant emptied his clip, shooting 11 rounds onto a crowded street, less than 2 blocks away from a school. He didn't care who or what he hit. She was 36 years old. She had 3 children she supported alone. She was a good woman, a good mother. Gone, now and forever. Lauren Hayes didn't deserve to die. Troy Ezekiel does. This is Lauren Hayes' son. I'd like you to hear from him.
Did it go that well?
They heard from the son. The son?
Of the victim. He was pretty devastating.
Bobby, Sarah Barker, could you persuade her to join our defense?
What?
Why?
Well, one problem we have. Dixon knows all the committee members. They're colleagues. Jimmy and I just your basic defense attorneys. We have no real credibility with him.
We thought since Sarah used to work in that office...
That was many years ago.
Even so, it couldn't hurt. And right now, things don't look good. Bobby, we need some help here. I mean, if she could just so much as be at our table.
You're joking.
It wasn't my idea. I promise you it wasn't.
Well, exactly what do they want me to do?
Just join them. Be in the room with them.
This wouldn't be you inventing a way to be in a room with me.
No. This comes from Eugene. You know a lot of these committee members. It might help.
We don't want to hear from his father.
Why not?
Mr. Young, this committee is already indulging you just by allowing you to be here.
You heard from the victim's son. Why can't...
Look, if you want to give Troy a chance to speak, fine. But we're not going to turn this into a hearing.
We're just asking for 2 minutes.
The time for his father to talk would be at sentencing.
We're just asking for
The answer is no, counsel.
You said you'd be willing to hear from Troy?
Briefly.
Let us do that then.
Hold on.
Give us a short break to talk it over.
I don't need to talk that over.
Eugene? A short break.
It's insane to let him talk. We'd be offering up free discovery. That's why they're willing to hear from him. We might as well gift wrap the conviction.
Eugene, you need to work on your tone. And normally I would agree, but here, the conviction is a done deal. He opened fire on a crowded street in front of witnesses. The victim couldn't possibly be more sympathetic, and his own statement to the police supplies motive and intent. There's nothing to lose here, and his life to gain. This is the problem when you bring me in on things, guys. I have opinions.
Lindsay, hey.
Hey, what's up?
Nothing. I just thought I'd, say hi.
Oh. Hi.
I just thought it'd be good to check in with each other during the day.
Oh. Good idea.
You know, I try to come in and connect, and you give back nothing, Lindsay.
Can we talk about this at home?
But we don't talk at home. By the time we get Bobby to bed and...
Dealing's the first thing I was ever good at. I never used, I never skimmed from the bosses. I made more money than any other corner. I was so good at it, I started having problems.
What kind of problems?
Competition problems. Some of the other dealers got word that I was making big numbers, so they started coming around giving me trouble.
So you thought your life was in danger?
No, I knew it was. I know these people, they don't play around. So I called a friend, and he fixed me up with a 9. Next day, I saw Willie. I swear, I never meant to kill that lady. When I saw what happened, I couldn't even breathe. I'm sorry. I don't know what else to say.
You've been a drug dealer for the last 4 years?
Yes.
You've been arrested more than a dozen times.
Well, the fact that he was arrested doesn't prove he did anything.
It proves your client's a career criminal, Mr. Young. He started at possession, then escalated to sale, and now he's graduated to murder.
That was an accident.
Yes, you killed the wrong person. I understand. You were trying to kill somebody else.
No, but I already told you that I didn't have a choice.
It seems to me you had a choice to walk away from that corner. If you were worried about your safety, why didn't you quit?
I don't know. Look, Mr. Young told me I need to be honest. And I'm doing that. I'm guilty. I killed that woman and it was wrong. I know I got no excuses. I chose my life. But I don't think that it's unfair to say that I didn't get a lot of breaks in my life. It was hard growing up. It was hard ever since I'm 19 years old. Yeah, I know that I made a lot of mistakes. And I know I gotta pay for what I did. But I just don't think I should have to die for it. Yeah, maybe I got no right to say that. I'm just asking you to give me a chance.
Lindsay.
Hey, what's Bobby up to?
Why are you asking me? I mean, what makes you think he's even up to something? I mean, I haven't noticed him being up to something. Anybody here think Bobby's up to something? See? Nobody.
Is he here?
He's in his office, but I don't think he's up to anything.
Listen, I know you're trying to make an effort. And, it's been months, you know, and...
Lindsay, you're not in love with me. You can say it.
I love you, Bobby. But, I don't know, it seems with everything that I've been through, I guess I feel a little emotionally depleted, and what little I have, I give to our son. And it seems I have nothing left.
You said that in starting your own firm. You were beginning a process of leaving me. Where are you in that process?
I want us to make it. I so desperately want us to make it.
Personally, I'm tired of the smug morality of death penalty opponents. It's easy to be for life. What's tough is to stand for what's right. What's hard is to do the dirty work of dealing with those who have no regard for the lives of others. We blame poverty for their crimes, the fact that their parents didn't love them enough, the media. We even blame ourselves. We've become so weak and morally uncertain that we can't even come together to punish those who kill us. Today, I stand for the silent dead. Lauren Hayes can't speak for herself, but her blood cries out. Do justice to Troy Ezekiel. He took her life, her future, all that she was or will ever be, and he took even more than that. He took her son's futures. He sentenced them to a life of foster homes and uncertainty and pain. Make no mistake, there was more than one victim there. Those boys are victims too. Like me, you men are prosecutors. Our duty is to protect society. Executing Troy Ezekiel will affirm that we as a people are prepared to bear any ethical burden and bear any moral cost to defend our citizens and our way of life. God help us if we're not strong enough to do that anymore.
Up until now, you've heard mainly from Eugene Young. I'd like you to hear from me now. Personally, I've always been pro-death penalty. In the last few years, I've switched. Mainly on grounds of humanity, but also on grounds the reality that the system is so fundamentally flawed. More than 100 death row inmates have been cleared and released. Who knows how many innocent people we've killed?
Mr. Berluti, for the sake of this hearing, we assume guilt. And even if we didn't, are you really suggesting to us that Troy Ezekiel is innocent?
I'm suggesting to you that the system of capital punishment is broken. How people get on death row is suspect, and it's suspect here.
How so?
This is politics. The fact is, if we had a Democrat in the White House, none of us would be here today. Not on these facts, especially in a state that doesn't have the death penalty. But now, under this administration, We do it all the time. We've sought more executions in the last 6 months than Bill Clinton did in the last 8 years. What kind of system allows that to happen? Where the same crime, the same criminal, is treated differently based on who's in office.
I'd advise you to excise the political commentary, Counsel, and just stick to Troy Ezekiel.
The death penalty is the greatest punishment we have. It's reserved for the most vicious criminals. It's the remedy we use for the worst of the worst. That's not Troy Ezekiel. And you know it. He needs to be punished. He's ready for that. That's why we came here today. That's why Troy answered all your questions and in the process guaranteed himself a conviction. He knows his life is in your hands. The decision the 5 of you make today is about much more than the fate of my client. It's about the character of this committee. It's about the integrity of this system. He's a boy. You can't seek to kill him and tell me politics isn't in play.
How long you think before we hear something?
I don't know. Jimmy's checking. Well, before the end of the day.
Thank you. I know you don't like me much, but I just want to say thank you for You like being a lawyer?
For the most part.
You seem good at it.
Thank you.
How long does it take?
Sorry?
Law school. 4 years of college, but how many years for law school?
3.
7 years. I've been thinking of doing it. I think I want to be a public defender. You ever do that?
No.
That's what I think I want to do, help people. That's what I'm gonna do.
They called us back.
The defendant's youth, his relatively short criminal history, and his family circumstances are mitigating factors that certainly support us pursuing a lesser sentence than death. However, the reckless nature of the crime, the fact it furthered drug trafficking, its commission so close to a school, the enormous impact it had on the victim's family, these aggravating facts also support us filing death papers and seeking to execute him. Based on today's presentation, the committee has voted in this case to seek life without possibility of parole. Heinous as this crime was, we feel this criminal does not deserve to pay the ultimate price. The committee's work is done. We're adjourned.
God bless you for your mercy. God bless each one of you.
I almost cried. Sat in on so many of those committees from the other side. This time, I just took off all my clothes and began to sing as loud as I could. Then I jumped up on the table and began to tap dance naked. So how did you and Lindsay become so disconnected? You're such a profound listener.
Sorry. I was a little...
What were you thinking about?
I never thought I'd ever have an affair. And here I am having one.
We're having dinner, like you say. Innocent.
Whether I kiss you or sleep with you, that only changes the degree, Sarah. I'm having dinner with a woman I'm attracted to.
Oh, Bobby, I've committed to the simple friendship theory. Why can't you?
Oh, come on. You're here in the spirit of simple friendship.
Why not? The truth is, I don't have that many friends anymore. I moved off to D.C. and now I'm back. Most of my friends have settled. They have families. I don't even have a close girlfriend that I can call up and say, gee, I'm falling for this great guy, but he's married. Scary stuff like that. Helps to have somebody to talk to.
This is getting more dangerous than I wanted to. I think I should go home.
Okay.
When did this come in?
Just now.
What happened?
The Attorney General rejected the committee's recommendation.
What?
Under orders of the Office of the Attorney General, the United States Attorney's Office has filed a motion to seek the execution of your client, Troy Ezekiel.
He can just overrule the committee?
Here he is.
Talking about our case?
No, just the death penalty in general.
The United States Congress speaks. They speak the voice of the people of this country, and it's clear that America is so concerned about the safety and security of its citizens that certain crimes against the people of this country have been designated as death eligible by the Congress of the United States, signed into law by presidents.
I'm sorry.
Listen, I wanted you to stop it. I wouldn't have had the discipline and the common sense in the end, so I'm glad. I agree. It's best we stop now before it does get too dangerous. Excuse me, where the hell's my car?
It's coming.
It's just really important that I get out of here. Again, thanks for dinner.
You okay?
Sure, I'm fine. Bye.
Bye.
Previously on the practice.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, Bobby,
Oh my God, Sarah.
how are you?
I'm great.
Oh, I did 10 minutes on my lousy marriage, 20 minutes on how your wife really doesn't understand you. Bobby, this is foreplay.
I have no plans for being unfaithful to my...
Yes, you do. Probably too good of a guy to actually do it, but just allowing for the possibility.
I'm having dinner with an old friend, period.
If you're ever single again, call me.
I don't have plans to be single again.
Good night, Bobby.
Why were you having dinner with her?
You all say I crave isolation.
Don't give me that crap. You're looking to clear your little conscience and not get caught.
You said that in starting your own firm, you were beginning a process of leaving me. Where are you in that process?
I so desperately want us to make it.
I agree. It's best we stop now before it does get too dangerous.
Bye. Hey.
Hey. Late night?
Catching up on stuff. I called earlier, got the machine. Were you out?
No.
You okay?
Oh. Lousy day.
What happened?
It's boring. You don't want to know.
Well, maybe I can help. Tell me.
Okay. It started out, Claire's soccer ball case was stolen from us by a big product liability firm, a firm which first refused to take the case because they thought it was untenable. But it's not untenable because we beat summary judgment. The Mitchell arbitration was postponed again, so I'm basically funding that case until we reach settlement. My biggest client just filed for Chapter 7. And there was one other thing. What was it? Oh, yeah. I saw you kissing Sarah Barker outside an Italian restaurant. Oh, and, my gun's been jamming. That's another thing. Given I do have a history, maybe you should hide the bullets on those nights you plan to commit adultery.
We have to talk about this.
You're not looking to talk, you're looking to explain, and I'm not interested.
Look, what you saw,
I'm late for work.
we at least need to discuss this, for God's sake.
I'm not gonna sit around while you lie about
I'm not going to lie.
Bobby, I can always tell. Your lips move. Come on, honey, let's go.
It marks the 22nd time the Office of the Attorney General has overruled the recommendation committee and is seeking the death penalty. But with the court...
You have a trial date yet?
July. Any luck finding the kid he shot at?
They found him. Police have no interest in arresting him.
Meanwhile, CBS President Les Moonves was a no-show this morning at an environmental fundraiser where he was scheduled to be the keynote speaker. Organizers express outrage.
Johnny, I'm in front.
He seems in a good mood.
Jimmy, she says she's a client. Won't give her name, but she needs to speak to you.
This is James Berluti. I'm listening. Grace? Okay, where are you? All right, I'll be there in 20 minutes. I'm on my way.
What kind of an emergency?
I don't know. She has no appointment, but she claims she's...
Lindsay Dole, we met. I won't take up much of your time. Are you having an affair with my husband?
Marcia, would you excuse us?
Definitely.
Why don't we sit?
I'd rather stand. Before I forget my question, let me ask it again. Are you having an affair with my husband?
No, I'm not. There you have your answer. You can go now. Or if you'd like to have a conversation, you can sit.
Grace. What's the matter?
Just a second.
What are you doing?
I'll explain in a second.
Grace, what the hell is going on here? Hey! Get these things off of me.
In time, Jimmy. How long have we known each other?
What's going on?
See the tape. And the wires, they're connected to bombs. Anyone tries to come in this room, boom! It's important you know that.
Grace, what the hell are you doing here?
It gets crazier. Come with me. Have you lost weight, by the way? What do you think? Take your time.
Is that who I think it is?
Of course it is. Les Moonves. This is his hotel suite, actually. I showed up as room service. Coffee, tea, gun. I know, I'm nuts, but we knew that already. You want to hear my plan? I'll take that as a yes. You see these cameras? I'm satellite ready. I can email the footage. Check out the Canon. My idea for a reality television show. How to blow up a network president. I'm technologically ready to go out live with a game of Russian roulette tonight, 9 o'clock. I was thinking about 8 o'clock because the HUT levels are higher, but kids shouldn't see this. Wouldn't you agree? I know Les does. Look at him. Tell me he's not sexy.
Grace.
Your job, Mr. Attorney, is to negotiate my deal with CBS. I'll give them exclusive broadcast rights, $4 million. That'll include foreign.
You're out of your mind.
We knew this.
You think CBS is going to pay you $4 million to blow up their president?
It's Russian roulette, Jimmy. He might survive. I was thinking of calling it Survivor with a question mark. Do you like that title? I know Les does.
Grace.
The thing is, they wouldn't be paying me to play the game. I'm playing the game with or without them. It's important that you make that clear. The game is played no matter what. They wouldn't be an accessory. The only question is, do they want to benefit from the footage?
The police will be all over this room as soon as...
The police can't get in here, Jimmy. I thought this out. The doors and the windows are wired with munitions. Anyone tries to get in here, and we all go boom! The three of us. Boom, boom, and boom.
Okay. Obviously, you've gone off your medication.
You say that like it's a negative. The fact that I'm crazy. 3 more share points minimum. Call the network. Make the deal.
You can't be
Jimmy, make the deal.
We have no information on who the woman is or how she got in the room, but it is confirmed she has kidnapped CBS President Les Moonves.
Unbelievable.
And she expects to get $4 million?
ABC paid 6 for Michael Jackson.
And they didn't even get to blow him up.
FBI is on their way.
The suspect now has been identified as Grace Chapman. Extremely intelligent, served 6 months at Fisher's Hospital, treated for a bipolar disorder. We're still trying to learn as to how she got in the room.
Are you watching this?
Yeah.
You people know this psycho?
Former client. Lindsay been in yet?
No. And she hasn't called. I'm starting to worry.
A goodbye kiss?
Yes. And that's probably...
How was the hello kiss?
Have you listened to a word I've said?
No, and I don't want to listen.
Which may be part of the problem, Lindsay. No offense. But Bobby came searching for a pair of ears.
Oh,
more
you're
than
gonna play therapist now?
I'm not trying to.
You commit adultery with my husband.
I didn't commit adultery,
Because you didn't have time. You got caught.
Look, it was wrong for us to kiss.
Gee.
But as I said, the reason... Look, the fact that you're even here... Don't you think it's odd that you're talking to me about this and not Bobby? Hold on. You owe me nothing. And other than an apology, I owe you nothing. But under the theory that you came here in some kind of a search for the truth is Bobby loves you very much. But he's lost all ability to communicate with you.
Really?
Yes, really. And from what I've heard, and admittedly, I have only heard his side, you've pushed him to the place he is in. You've shut him out. The company he sought with me, and yes, the need for the kiss, it came from loneliness. And you really need to examine your own role in that.
I so enjoy being lectured to by the woman
You came here, so...
How dare you presume to tell me how to be a better wife?
I didn't do that.
Yes, you did. Forgive me for being so naive. Thinking communication is built on trust. Believing that for intimacy, you first need honesty.
Now who's lecturing?
Here's a little advice from me. Not quite as eloquent, but for what it's worth, keep away from my husband.
Right now, I'm standing about 60 feet outside of the room where Mr. Moonves is being held captive. It is still unhinged.
You have to leave.
Wait, whoa. As you can see, the situation is very tense here. I am being jostled and escorted out of here.
How did she even get in there?
She first abducted the guy from room service. They found him duct taped in a laundry hamper.
Do we think this room is really wired with munitions?
Her IQ is off the charts. She's no dummy.
And she can transmit the video.
So she says. Anyway, it's FBI jurisdiction now. We're out.
You can't get away with this.
I'm not looking to get away with it. Diminished capacity. I'll do my 3 years. 8 if Les goes boom. Either way, for $4 million.
You really think you'll see a nickel? We have Son of Sam laws. That money
goes to Switzerland. Remember? Possession, Jimmy. Possession. 9/10 of the law. Are you hungry? Les didn't eat his waffle.
Be reasonable. They're never gonna pay you that money.
You know what I love about you. Your eternal optimism. Here you have a client who's hijacked a network president, kidnapped you, wired a hotel room to blow up, and still, you ask her to be reasonable. You are too cute. Isn't he cute?
This actually isn't the first time a kidnapper has bargained for airtime. If you remember Waco, the federal government actually encouraged the media to broadcast the messages of David Koresh in exchange for the release of hostages. The government also encouraged the print media to publish the Unabomber's manifesto.
But in those situations, the criminal was demanding airtime. In this case, Miss Chapman is basically selling it.
We represented her in some commitment proceedings.
When's the last time you had contact with her?
Over 3 years ago.
And Mr. Berluti was always the attorney?
He and Eleanor Frett.
Can we speak to Miss Frett?
Of course. Eleanor?
Your firm's involved in this?
What are you doing here?
I tried you on the phone, but your assistant said you'd moved to Czechoslovakia.
Rebecca made me.
You're coming to my office
She came to mine.
What?
Lindsay. She stormed into my office, had a few choice French words to say, and then she left. I've been trying to get you on the phone, but Lucy wouldn't give me your number in Prague.
She came to your office?
Bobby, far be it from me to give advice. Tried that an hour ago.
I'll take care of it.
Listen, if you are as serious about your marriage as you claim to be, you need to get back into therapy now.
We'd like you to advise her that the money's been wired already.
And we can't do that.
Why not?
Because the money hasn't been wired. We have an obligation to be honest with our client.
Crime fraud exception. You can legally...
I don't think so.
You can legally withhold information, counsel.
But we can't lie.
She's got a cannon pointed at a man. You can surely make
Exactly. Including a friend of mine. And we're not going to jeopardize his life.
Why aren't they calling back?
Grace, even if they did wire the money, they could still seize it in Switzerland after.
I have things taken care of over there. Trust me.
We have with us now Dr. Raymond Hewlett. Dr. Hewlett, thank you for joining us. You treated Miss Chapman, did you not?
Hey!
Yes, I did.
Doctor-patient privilege!
We repeat, a gunshot has been heard, a loud shot-like noise coming from a gun.
My God.
Everybody's safe. She just shot the television. Nobody's been hurt.
That's an update, not a final.
Listen to me. However nuts you are, you have to know the network won't play along with this.
I don't have to know that. The entertainment and news divisions have become so blurred.
Even if they wire the money, they'll figure out how to get it back. And if your plan is to somehow leave the country, they'd extradite you so fast.
I don't expect to get away, Jimmy. I'll do my 3 years.
It'll be much more than that.
I don't think so. And all I need from you is for you and your law firm to help execute the deal. Nothing more. You're starting to piss me off.
Without making any excuse for kissing her, because there is none. I have been accused of craving isolation. Maybe I became desperate to share anything with anybody. Again, does that excuse what I did? No. But
do you actually expect me to fall for that? You want company, Bobby? You want to share? Go out for a beer with Eugene. Take me to dinner. You don't go to an Italian restaurant with a woman you used to sleep with and then kiss her.
I have become emotionally void. Do you get that? How much of a father can I be if...
You did this in part for our son? I'm glad you got it all worked out, Bobby. Because I'll tell you, I certainly don't. I don't have a clue as to what I should do now. I want our son to have his mother and father in the same house. It would devastate him if we were to split up. But I don't know how to live in the same house with a man I no longer trust. So, I either leave you or I coexist with... I don't know what to do.
We're now being told the explosives are real. Dogs from the bomb squad have been sniffing, and the doors have in fact been rigged with some kind of explosive
Why
device.
aren't they making this deal? I have their president. For God's sake, why aren't they calling?
They said they needed time.
Time is running out. We're here.
Grace, this is Officer Michaels.
I told you, no negotiation. Call here again, Officer Michaels, and someone gets shot. And it won't be me. I want to hear from Eleanor Frutt or Eugene Young only, and only about the deal. I don't think they love you enough, Les. You saved this network. You brought them back from the grave. You would think they'd want to save you from yours.
13 on the air.
That is sweet. But I don't think you have the capacity to enter into a contract. It would be duress. Why are you so calm? This disturbs me.
Jimmy says she's getting more erratic.
Call him back. Tell him to stall as much as he can.
She's too smart.
Can I ask, do you people even have a plan besides seeking the death penalty?
Who are you?
I'm pretty. Who are you?
Look, you are flirting with a disaster here.
Thank you, Miss Frutt. Just call
My
him.
colleague is in that room. He's my friend. Your behavioral unit is saying give her the broadcast. Your tactical unit is saying don't. That's exactly the indecision that led to the Waco...
Miss Frutt.
That woman is nuts. She has a cannon.
Mr. Sandy Grushow is calling. He says it's important. He's from the Fox network.
Urgent?
Yes, the urgent woman. She's back.
The same woman from this morning?
Yes.
Okay. Send her in. But if I yell or hit the intercom, you send in security.
Are you sure?
Yes, send her in.
This is how pathetic it is. For honesty, I come to you instead of him. And please, don't lecture me on how symptomatic that is of our marriage. I don't need...
Lindsay, what do you want?
I need to know... I need to know what he said I don't know what's going on.
Well, do you really want my dime store psychology?
Yes. What did you two talk about? I need to know what...
Mostly we talked about you. About his job. Being a criminal defense lawyer. He no longer believes in what he does. And what he does, what he is, they're the same.
What does that have to do with me?
Oh, I'm getting to that. The man doesn't believe in what he is. And he's desperate for you to hold him. To give him some kind of affirmation, as well as love. And you give him neither. And he's just becoming desperate to find it wherever he can.
Is he in love with you?
That I don't know. Some things you're still going to have to go to him for answers.
Are you in love with him?
I'm not sure about that either.
Fox?
Under certain terms...
I'm not taking my clothes off.
Grace, listen to me. Just stop talking for 10 seconds. Can you do that? The deal is, Fox agrees to pay you the money, air the broadcast, so long as you promise not to hurt him.
Then the whole thing would be a fake. Where's the drama?
Just listen. We would keep it secret that the game is rigged. You'll get all the suspense of a real Russian roulette game. And your money.
Attorney-client privilege?
Of course.
The cannon's fake. It only shoots blanks. The gun's real.
So we can make this deal with Fox?
I want a non-duress clause. Liquidated damages of $10 million. If they reveal the cannon is fake, and if they give the ending away at all.
How could they possibly agree to air this?
Well,
Well, what? It's repulsive.
If it saves the guy's life, plus a network president being kidnapped, that is news.
That makes it decent to televise her Russian roulette game?
Remember the TWA hijacking? CBS went into the cockpit with cameras, covered the whole thing, even though they figured it to be staged.
That hijacking wasn't staged.
But their little show and tell was. And Dan Rather said, so what? The activity of a hijacker, real or staged, is news, and you cover it.
Is Bobby here?
He's in his office.
I went to see Sarah again. Don't ask me why. I guess I'm desperate to make some sense of how you could kiss somebody else. Desperate for a reason I can live with. Please tell me how this could happen.
I think a few weeks ago you kind of said, we don't address us because neither of us wants to face the truth. We both believe in partnership, but we both sense we're not partners. I think we'd walk away. Start over. If not for a little boy who... Neither of us is the type of person who could do that. Walk away when a child. I think the reason you so shut me out...
I haven't.
You're trying to make me leave you. You want it to be my doing. And maybe, on some unconscious level, my going to dinner with Sarah, kissing her. Maybe I'm trying to make you leave me.
You wanted to get caught?
I don't know.
So what do we do?
Look, none of us here at Fox want to see Les Moonves blown up.
Okay, this is insane now.
Not to NBC. They want in.
What?
They think if they can help save an innocent man, they should.
So we have two networks throwing money at a kidnapper?
Again, I ask, how is this different than 60 Minutes airing one of Kevorkian's assisted suicides?
They didn't pay Kevorkian.
Yes, they did. The currency he wanted was publicity, and he got it.
He's an ass.
It's complicated, Helen.
Of course it's complicated. I would never pretend to understand anybody else's relationship. But when a married man with a child kisses another woman, he's crossed the line.
She also won't back off the indemnification.
Look, suppose she gets sued by some family somewhere claiming to be traumatized. We can't...
Exactly. That's why she wants the protection.
All right. Let's skip ahead to the biggie, shall we?
What do you mean, tell the FBI?
Grace, there's a danger. As soon as the cannon goes off, they might charge in.
I don't think so. The windows and doors are wired to blow.
Exactly. I don't feel like blowing up. Do you?
Actually, there are no bombs there either. I just smeared blasting cap. The dog sniffed trace amounts. It's enough to fool them.
So there are no bombs anywhere.
I bet that's a load off, huh?
Yes, it is. But as your attorney, I'm still advising you to call the whole thing off.
Forget it.
Listen to me. I suspect, more than the money, you're looking for attention. Well, you've already got that. This is playing on every channel in the country.
I want prime time, and I do want the money.
What's to stop the next wacko from pulling a stunt like this? Making an example out of you, that's what. Let's call it off. You'll come out with your 15 minutes, but not 15 years. Enough fun, Grace. Let's get out of this.
Just let me know when the money is wired.
Sources have confirmed that a wire transfer of $4 million has been received at the Swiss Commercial Bank.
They're calling the game Shoot the Moon, though it's unclear whether Mr. Moonves has been injured or not.
In fact, there's a sick joke making the rounds that if the CBS executive is indeed blown up, he'll actually be eaten by contestants on next week's Fear Factor.
It's official. The world has gone mad.
When will she release Jimmy?
After it's over.
Are we sure she will?
He doesn't think she could actually hurt anybody.
What's going on in there? Do we know?
He's in there alone. It isn't good.
I screwed up, Beck. I kissed her.
Sarah Barker.
It wasn't going any further. In fact, it was because we were severing all. But I screwed up.
Lindsay knows.
She witnessed.
Where are you now?
I don't want to lose her. That much I know.
Does she know that?
I don't think she much cares at this point.
I'll let her know just the same.
I can't even locate her at the moment. Anything new on Jimmy? Is he safe?
We believe so. Find your wife, Bobby, and tell her what you know.
She's feeding the signal as we speak. Okay. They've asked you to wait till 3 minutes past the hour to allow for the affiliate station breaks.
No problem. Okay, Jimmy, you're my technician. You hit A, B, or C on the keyboard, depending on what camera I want.
Grace. Why? Can you help me understand?
I'm sure a lot of doctors will come on TV and tell everybody the why in pursuit of their 15 minutes.
This isn't you. What's going on?
Maybe I just don't want to be some tree falling in the forest. I need you to look scared, okay? I'd untape your mouth, but I can't trust you not to give away the ending. You'd just love to spoil Fox's numbers, I know. Also, I might have to sex it up a little, you know? Gotta sell some cars. Okay, what time do we have?
10 minutes.
Hi, I'm Grace Chapman. Welcome to Less is More, or Less is No More, depending on luck, the gods, and, well, me. I'm the one with the killer smile.
What if she's lying? What if she does plan to blow everything up?
The question I know most of you have, is this a hate thing or a sexual thing? Maybe I'm secretly in love with this handsome man. Maybe I'm just a praying mantis. Know how most reality shows always drag things out? Don't you just hate that?
Oh, my God.
Or There's a big gap between all the action.
I can't take this.
This isn't real.
I can't watch.
You remember that Koresh was granted radio airtime, but no primetime broadcast has ever. I just pissed my pants.
Yesterday, the Timothy McVeighs of the world were vying for the covers of Time and Newsweek. Today,
one has to question the network's complicity. They've essentially been saying, want to act like an idiot? We'll put you on TV.
Oh dear, I'm down to my last shot. Camera C, Jimmy. Before I fire my last shot, I would like to talk to all of you at home, my audience. My beloved consumers. Why are you watching? Is it the spectacle? Is it the thought of seeing the big and the powerful brought down? Perhaps it's fun to simply look at me and say, isn't she pathetic? A train wreck with nice tits. Do you delight in seeing others demeaned so that you can feel better than? Maybe it makes you feel intelligent to see stupidity showcased. My question is, do you just keep coming to the trough to drink no matter what these people put in it? Do you feel at all responsible? Well, enough of these idle questions. We're not here to think, are we? Let's get back to the entertainment. But I do want to thank you, my dear audience. After all, without you, I wouldn't be here. This one's for you.
It's still on?
It just went black. I think she blew up the viewers.
And Jimmy?
He should be released. Let's hope.
So?
Lindsay. I'm sorry. I know how it must sound when I say what happened with... whether you love me or not, I still love you. That's the only thing I do know at the moment.
Well, what I know. Therapist tells us, say what you feel, not what you know. What I feel is anger and hatred. I mean, I'll be honest. I hate you at the moment. What I know, you're the father of my child. You're my husband, and, I love you. But I no longer know you. Beyond that, I don't trust you. I've taken Bobby Jr. to my parents. He and I will be living there until we find another place.
What are you talking about?
I'm leaving you. We're done.
Lindsay, you can't just... You can't.
It's what you wanted. You win, Bobby.
We've just been informed Mr. Moonves has been escorted out. He is safe and relieved, though unhappy about lifting rival FBC's ratings during sweeps. Ms. Chapman has been taken into custody. Her attorney, James Berluti, is also unharmed and relieved the ordeal ended without incident. Next up tonight, dramatic footage of a high-speed chase that turns deadly. The driver enters the interstate going in the wrong direction.
Previously on the practice.
I never thought I'd ever have an affair.
We're having dinner, like you say. Innocent.
This is getting more dangerous than I wanted to.
I agree. It's best if we stop now before it does get too dangerous.
Bye.
You're the father of my child. You're my husband. Beyond that, I don't trust you. I've taken Bobby Jr. to my parents.
What are you talking about?
I'm leaving you.
I was date raped once, 4 years ago. I didn't report it.
Did you go to counseling for this, or?
I'm past it now, but thank you.
This is something you need to deal with.
I did deal with it. I moved on.
Tell me why I shouldn't report you for stalking.
I just couldn't leave on bad terms. You saved my life. I would do anything to either repay you or...
See this woman? She's my best friend. And this man is on the loose, a threat to her life. You came into my life because I'm a criminal defense lawyer doing my job. We want to do our jobs and then be left alone.
Can I help you? Special delivery for Russell Bakey.
What have you heard?
Only that they split. You hear anything more?
No, he's not talking.
What a switch. Listen to you gossip mongers. You just can't get enough, can you?
It's hardly gossip, Rebecca.
Yes, it is. You huddle like a pack of rats, whispering like it's something delicious. You know, why don't we just throw a big party? Lindsay and Bobby are split, wheeling the floats. Isn't it rich?
Can I help you? I'm looking for Jamie Stringer.
That's me.
I am here under the heading of, it's an extremely small world.
I guess that's abstract enough.
You created some buzz in my office a couple of weeks ago when you established rape victims as a class in employment discrimination.
It was a motion to dismiss. I hardly established.
Even so, you potentially took the law to a new place. You're to be saluted.
Something tells me you're not here to salute.
No. I'm a district attorney. I'm prosecuting a man named Randall Pine for date rape. Does that name ring a bell? The buzz you created stirred a memory with one of my assistants. Our investigation previously unearthed your name in connection with Mr. Pine. It never really went anywhere, just rumors that you had a history with this man. Is that true?
I may have.
His trial starts tomorrow. And simply put, if this man raped you, I need you. The victim in my case was drugged. Her memory...
You can't introduce prior...
In this case, I can, to show pattern. I already beat a motion in limine on another witness. Another woman he date raped. A witness who just fell out. I need you, Miss Stringer.
First of all, my memory would be just as shaky as...
I can deal with that.
And second...
I'm listening.
Look, I just don't want to do it, okay?
And second...
See this suit, Miss Atkins? $1,800. Way more than I can afford. I bought it anyway because my image is very important to me. What becomes of that image if I take the stand to declare I was date raped? To have the defense attorney pick through my past like I'm not a nun. Trust me.
That's a beautiful suit. But I'm not going to get him without your help. Now, I haven't even gotten to the it's a really small world part. The rapist, his defense attorney is Eugene Young.
Jamie, you can't do this.
I already agreed. You'll get the amendment.
I am the man's attorney.
And I am a witness. You should probably recuse yourself.
On the day of trial. You gotta be kidding.
Eugene,
Don't start with your stuff now, okay?
my stuff?
Your testimony wouldn't even be admissible.
What stuff do I have?
All right. Goes to patronage.
It is
She
so
already-
prejudicial.
Leave her alone, Eugene.
You think I want to do this?
Then why do it if you don't want to
Because
do
your
it?
client is a
Our
rapist.
client, Jamie, you're a member of this firm.
And I
He's
was
our
one of his
client.
victims.
He is not her client. And if you want to recuse yourself, do it. But she already said yes, and what you're doing now comes to intimidating a witness.
If there's anything I can do or help with your son.
I appreciate that.
So, you're living with your parents for now?
Until I find my own place, yes.
So you're looking for a place?
Yes, Claire, it's that serious. I'm looking for my own place.
Hi, Lindsay. Hello, Claire.
Stanley, what are you doing here?
It's not bad news. I promise. In fact, it's wonderful news. I think I've turned my life around.
Really? How?
This is for you.
What is it?
A check. For services rendered. I got a job. I'm leading a normal life, Lindsay. I owe it all to you.
A job? Wow. What do you do?
I'm a substitute high school teacher, and I love it.
You're teaching high school?
It'll take me a year to get certified, but I can teach in the meantime.
Don't they do background checks?
Stanley, I don't know about this.
I'm happy. And I have both of you to thank.
Even so...
It's wonderful. How's your friend, by the way? Is she better now?
What friend?
The one in the newspaper. Remember you showed me her pictures? She was being terrorized by that awful man, Mr. Bakey. Is she feeling better?
Why?
I'm just curious. You seem so concerned. I was hoping things got better.
What do you mean you're getting out?
I have to. She's a witness and member of my firm.
Maybe that's why they're calling her, to conflict you out.
I thought of that. The problem is, I can't prove it,
It's the day of trial.
I'm sorry. I don't know what else to tell you.
You're trying this case.
Your Honor.
If you were coming in here with the client's consent, that would be one thing, but without it...
Your Honor, this witness is
a conflict. I get it. But it's not prohibitive.
I'm telling you, it is. This is a rape case. I will have other things...
Eugene, you get my sympathy, but that is all you are getting.
Will you be able to do your job? I mean, you're not going to hold back now, are you?
Let's talk about Jamie Stringer.
It was consensual.
Was she drugged?
We both took lewds and drank some wine, but we were both into it. I know that.
You sure? I mean, this happened 4 years ago. You're positive.
I remember Jamie Stringer very well. She was very aggressive, Eugene. One of the reasons I took the lewd. She intimidated me a little. Look, I thought you said prior rapes couldn't be admitted.
Well, date rapes can. They go to pattern. A good old-fashioned rape by force, they're suppressed.
Unless I testify.
Which you won't in this lifetime.
Jamie Stringer was into it. Trust me.
Trust you.
Are you going to hold back?
Yes. Thank you very much. Unbelievable.
What?
I just got off with the Human Resources Division of the Boston School District. Not only do they not do investigations of new teachers, but get this. An arrest for murder wouldn't preclude employment. Only convictions disqualify applicants. Lindsay, that man is teaching high school girls. He befriends high school girls.
Do they know he was arrested for murder?
I doubt it. I mean, I didn't give anything away.
I think it's time to give some things away.
We can't.
The arrest is public record. It isn't privileged or confidential. Find out where he teaches.
I remember drinking the wine in a bar, then feeling groggy. The next thing, I'm in his apartment and he's on top of me, inside of me. And when I woke up a few hours later, I knew.
Okay. After you woke up, what did you do then?
I left his apartment and I went to a hospital to get checked out. They did the rape kit.
Do you know what conclusions they reached?
That I'd been raped. They also did a blood test and...
What did the blood test reveal?
They found traces of GHB.
GHB?
Gamma hydroxybutyric acid. The date rape drug.
Actually, the medical conclusion was only that you'd had sexual intercourse.
There was bruising and I was...
The doctor's conclusion was that you had intercourse. Based on your claim that it was non-consensual, the assumption was then made that you'd been raped. Isn't that correct?
Yes.
And according to your own statement, you don't even remember when the intercourse began. Isn't that correct?
Yes.
In fact, you don't remember a large chunk of that night, do you?
Because he drugged me.
You have a memory of him drugging you?
I have a memory of drinking the wine.
Well, initially, you told the police you didn't remember what you had to drink or how much. That was your statement, wasn't it?
I eventually remembered drinking the wine, which
You eventually remembered?
It was a first date. I would have never had sex with him.
You don't remember what you had to drink or how much. True or false, Miss Wilson?
I know I drank wine. I don't know how much.
Thank you. Nothing further.
The Commonwealth calls Jamie Stringer.
Your Honor, Miss Stringer was just added to the list this morning. We'd like to take some time to prepare.
How much time?
We'd like to take the day.
We'll break until tomorrow morning and reconvene with Miss Stringer. Adjourned?
You got me fired. You went to the school and you told them privileged information.
It wasn't privileged, Stanley. I told them that you'd been arrested and what the arrests were for. That was all public record.
Why? Why did you do this to me?
Because you kill young women, and I wasn't about to sit quietly while you teach high school.
You hurt me. I had a good job. Now it's gone. You hurt me, Lindsay.
Stanley,
we're friends. It was you who made me believe in goodness again. You're all I have. And now?
Listen to me. Until you get mental help, you have no business teaching in a school.
You hurt me very badly.
I don't like his current frame of mind. No, I really appreciate the call. I do. Thank you. What's wrong? You've got a PI contacting my friends, people I went to school with. You're investigating me?
Jamie, you're a witness for the prosecution.
I don't know what your plan is, but there are rape shield laws. If you think you're going to tear me up...
Rape shield laws protect victims, not witnesses. For the purpose of this trial, you're a witness and fair game. I'm begging you not to take that stand. I say that as Randall Pine's attorney, but I also say it because I care about you and I don't want to go after you. But I have an ethical duty to do everything I can. Please, Jamie. Don't get in that chair.
busy? No. Come on in. How are you?
Oh, I'm fine.
No, you're not. How could you be? How's Bobby Jr.?
It's gonna take some time. We'll be okay.
You need to hold on to that thought.
Anyway, I just came by to say hi, and, hey, that Bakey guy, has he stopped bothering you?
Yes, thank God.
Have you seen him, or heard from him, or?
No. Why?
I was just wondering. Will you do me a favor and check to see if he's still alive?
I beg your pardon?
I know this is gonna sound crazy. I have a client with a violent past, and I mentioned to him that Bakey was harassing you. Yesterday, this client suggested something like, I don't know, the problem was taken care of.
You think your client did something to Russell Bakey?
Is that all right?
No kidding. I'll never get used to that smell.
Detective, up here. Lindsay Dole is quite the client roster.
He's dead?
They found him in the bathtub. I just heard it on the news. How did you know?
The way Stanley said it, I just had a feeling.
He did it for you. Because Helen was your friend. I mean, that's...
Thank you, Claire. That makes me feel so much better.
I'm just saying. I think he is totally in love with you. You're like his angel.
I need a name.
Forget it.
Lindsay, you've already led us to evidence implicating him.
I won't give you his name.
For you to come to me offering anything, you must feel this man is very dangerous. If this man killed Bakey because you mentioned me being threatened by him, Lindsay, it's not much of a motive. Which tells me this man is probably crazy. Which, again, I suspect is the reason you came to me. If you want me to do something, give me his name.
Stanley Deeks.
Lindsay!
He killed the Burns girl.
Lindsay!
Here's the file. Help yourself.
This you don't want me to have.
I did give it to you, Helen.
You don't want
I
it?
did, Helen.
Are you sure? This will bite you.
I gave you the file.
Great. Your career just ended. What's this? Another little intimidation ploy? Shall I wave my leaflet?
Sit, please. Stephen O'Connell, Sawyer Hines, Kevin Schultz. 3 men whom you had sex with on a first date. Todd Markham, a former boyfriend with whom you willingly and knowingly took the drug GHB.
Oh, come on. It was one recreational...
You're a person with a history of taking the drug willingly.
I didn't take it willingly here. And if your plan...
On my unofficial count, you've had 15 sexual partners. You've been busy. Michael Paris. You might not remember him. You knew him for less than half an hour. You were standing in line at the amusement park waiting for the Ferris wheel. You had sex with him on that Ferris wheel.
I had just taken the bar exam. A bunch of us went to an amusement park, tired and a little drunk.
You had sex with a man you just met on a Ferris wheel. Jamie, rape shield laws do not apply to witnesses. I have a duty to tear you up. So I'll ask you again. Do not get in that chair.
Why can't he sleep over?
Because, Bobby, you're taking him to dinner. That was the deal.
He's my son. The plan.
Don't, okay? We can't just change the plan on him like that.
Lindsay, you changed the plan when you walked out. You changed the plan on him.
That is not fair. We'll talk about this later.
Lindsay.
I need to get to court.
Well, I won't force you.
Do you still even want to call me? How much credibility will I have?
It's a problem. I admit. But Jamie, I've got nothing to lose, except this case, if I don't call you.
But even if I do testify, you'll probably still lose. And I will be destroyed in the process.
Like I said, I won't force you, but Jamie, I still need you.
Okay?
Are you sure?
Of course not. Let's go.
Taken into custody an hour ago, Mr. Deeks is scheduled to be arraigned any second. You'll recall Ms. Burns was first reported missing 7 weeks ago before turning up wrapped in a package. Ms. Dole, can I talk to you?
No comment, thank you.
All the evidence is a result of a breach of attorney-client privilege. It's inadmissible.
Lindsay Dole is a private citizen.
So what? She was his attorney.
Yes, and if your client would like to sue her, fine. But she wasn't acting for the government. You cannot suppress our evidence.
Did all of this information come from Ms. Dole?
She revealed her client's involvement with Cindy Burns' death.
And what about Bakey?
She only said we should check to make sure he's alive, and we haven't formally charged Mr. Deeks on Bakey.
Your Honor, technically, Ms. Dole's conduct might not be state action. But we have an enormous public policy concerning the sanctity of attorney-client privilege.
Your Honor, he's a nutcase. He's killed before. He was acting erratically. Ms. Dole became convinced he would kill again, and if he had...
You can't break privilege because of a generalized danger. If it's not specific...
Even if you're right, that goes to your remedy against Lindsay Dole, not the Commonwealth.
All right. Ms. Gamble is correct, Mr. Wallace. This isn't state action. But, Ms. Gamble, public policy is in play here. I'm going to take a few minutes to think about this. We will reconvene at 3 o'clock. Until then.
It had been a fun date. We were watching television at his place after, and he brought me a glass of wine.
Did you drink it?
Yes.
And then what happened?
We kissed a little. Then I began to feel groggy. And I said I need to lie down a little, which I did on his couch. The next thing I remember, he was on top of me.
On top of you?
Having intercourse.
Do you have any memory of consenting to this intercourse?
No. And I never would have. I hardly knew him, and I wasn't that interested. In fact, I remember during the date wishing I were more physically attracted to him because he was funny.
So you never gave him any indication that you wanted to have sex?
Absolutely not.
Thank you.
Did you report this to the police?
No, because I didn't think I could prove it. And I was afraid of the stigma.
Didn't you tell me that you don't remember exactly what you said yes to?
I never said yes to sex.
Did you take Quaaludes the night you had sex with my client?
No, and I did not have sex. He raped me.
Nothing further.
Okay. I understand no civil rights have been violated here by the state, which would mandate either a dismissal or a suppression of the evidence. But the public policy grounds are so paramount here. The idea of an attorney incriminating her own client. Ms. Dole, I can understand your concern. The man does present a danger. But the danger is general. It has to be specific for you to be allowed to break privilege. I am, therefore, suppressing all of the evidence provided by you to the District Attorney's Office, as well as the fruits of that evidence, which in this case amount to everything. I hate to do this, but as I said, the principle of privilege is paramount and must remain so. Mr. Deeks, you need serious help. You're sick. You're perverted. But for now, you're free. The case is dismissed, and we are adjourned.
If you think I'm feeling happy now, Lindsay, you're very wrong. You're the only friend I have, and you have betrayed me.
Stanley, get yourself checked into a hospital.
I was just beginning to believe in goodness again. I had a job. I even had hope, and you undid it all. You undid it all. I am not at all happy.
Bobby, why are you here?
I don't know, to be honest.
Be honest, you do.
Maybe I need... I don't know. Company. I guess I showed up here to find it. Is that so outrageous?
Seeing this particular company is what caused your wife to leave you, yes.
Look.
Do you even want her back?
Of course I want my family back.
Good answer. I asked specifically about her. Do you want Lindsay back?
She left me, Sarah. She's the one who will probably file for divorce.
On what grounds? Evasiveness? You really don't like to answer questions, do you? I think you need to get yourself into a taxi and get yourself to your therapist. Does he have an ER?
I'm not here to discuss my feelings.
Then why are you here?
To talk about yours. I miss you. There, I said it. Bad husband, horrible human being, off with his cheating head. I miss you.
He's in there.
Who?
Stanley. Should I call the police?
What does he want?
He wants to talk to you.
What's his demeanor?
It seems okay.
Stanley, you can't keep coming here. If you continue to come here, I'll have to file a complaint for stalking.
I have no intention of continuing to come here. I only want to say what I came to say, and then I will never come here again.
Okay.
As you know, I've never denied being ill. I've never denied being evil. One of the reasons I came to you initially, I saw you as my guardian out of evil, and you, in fact, became that, Lindsay. I was beginning to turn my life around. As I said, I had rediscovered both hope and goodness, and I credit much of it to your influence. But by turning against me.
Stanley,
You made your position clear. I'd like to make mine. You walked away from me last night like I was some crazy, which I am on many levels. But my feelings for you, I came here today because I wanted you to know my friendship for you was sane and real and legitimate and good. It represented the part of me that wasn't ill or evil. It was good.
Same pattern. First or second date, glass of wine. Woman becomes groggy. Next thing, she's semi-conscious, and he is on top of her. It happened with Judy Wilson, just like it happened before her with Jamie Stringer. You want physical evidence? Physical bruising around the victim's genitalia. Traces of GHB, the date rape drug, found in Judy's blood. This drug is a sexual predator's prized weapon. It's the prosecutor's nightmare because proof is so difficult. But just think of the nightmare it is for the victims. A growing number of victims. In the past year, there has been a 50% increase in GHB-related rapes. All we can do to stop it is raise awareness and hope to God that the victims have the courage to come forward. Judy Wilson had that courage. Jamie Stringer eventually found that courage. You think it was easy for those women to sit in that chair? But they did it because it had to be told. Randall Pine is a rapist.
Judy Wilson couldn't remember taking GHB. Some people do take it recreationally. It can be an aphrodisiac. Maybe Judy Wilson didn't. Maybe somebody slipped it to her. Maybe she consented to sex. Maybe she didn't. Maybe Jamie Stringer consented to sex. Maybe she didn't. We don't know because they don't have clear memories. Now, I agree with the district attorney. GHB is out there, it's a problem, we gotta deal with that. But this is a criminal case. They're seeking to take away a man's freedom. To do that, you must prove this case beyond all reasonable doubt. Now, if the victim isn't sure, how can you be? Her own words on the stand, I can't be sure. How can you be?
Was that your best work, Eugene?
My client didn't complain.
Problem is the district attorney did.
Excuse me?
She's an officer of the court. If she has knowledge of a defense attorney tanking a case...
I didn't tank it.
You could have discredited Jamie Stringer. You pulled back. That, to me...
I was afraid of alienating myself and my client from the jury, so I made a strategic decision not to attack Miss Stringer.
See, I might believe that if I hadn't seen you in action before. I have witnessed you going after rape victims. Here, the rape shield didn't even apply.
I made a strategic decision not to attack the witness. I certainly have discretion to make strategic decisions. Don't I, Your Honor?
Only you know what was in your mind, counsel.
There you go.
I'm disappointed, Eugene. That's all.
We didn't know who else to call.
What's the cause of death?
Gunshot to the chest, self-inflicted.
God.
He did it in front of the police station.
You sure you're okay to do this?
Yes. It's him.
You sure?
It's him.
Okay. We can go.
What happens to him?
Sorry?
He has no family. What will they do with him?
Public welfare will just bury him somewhere.
I want him to get a funeral.
Lindsay, the guy is indigent. He doesn't have
He
any...
had me.
Excuse me?
He had me. I want him to get a funeral.
Members of the jury, have you reached a verdict?
We have, Your Honor.
What say you?
In the matter of the Commonwealth versus Randall Pine, on the charge of rape, we find the defendant, Randall Pine, guilty.
We appeal.
So noted. Members of the jury, this concludes your service. You are dismissed with the thanks of the court. We're adjourned.
I know you didn't have to do this.
Actually, I did.
Well, thank you again.
Thank you.
I held back because I thought it would help my client. Not you.
I just want to say,
Please. Don't thank me. Now, if you'll excuse me.
If we are to believe that there is a good and powerful God, it follows that we must also believe that there is a life after this one. But what of the departed in this world? Are they gone from this world? Do they exist on earth? I would say to you, they do. Stanley Deeks will continue to live among us through the memories of his loved ones. He will be kept alive by those who knew him, those who cherished his gentle spirit, those who saw his life as we see all lives as sacred, as children of God. To look on Stanley Deeks' time on earth, to consider his victims, we must know there to be an afterlife. Otherwise, life on earth is all there is. And it can't be that. It simply can't be that.
you stinker.
When you say you have feelings for her, are you in love with her?
No. Not at all. But I might see her again. And I didn't want you to hear it at the office. I thought it should come from me.
Have you two slept together? Unbelievable.
Look, I don't think it's a good idea for us to talk about.
What are we talking about then?
Lindsay, whatever our future will be, if we stop communicating.
Can I stop you for a second? You and I have no future. I appreciate you taking me off the hook here. I mean, I was beginning to feel like the bad guy, but now I don't. I can pursue what I want with a much lighter heart. And what I want is a divorce. You might think I'm acting out of hurt or pride, but this isn't that. I'm not speaking from wound, but rather from a reflective and reasoned clarity. If you've never believed anything I've told you, please believe this. I do not wish to live my life with you. Not now, not a month from now, not ever.
They're divorcing?
That's the word.
Where'd you get this word?
From Bobby. He called in and said if the papers got delivered, I can accept.
They just separated. How?
It's probably that slut's idea.
Talking about me, Rebecca?
You? No. I was talking about...
A different slut.
Jimmy, I have some depositions scheduled today on a negligence claim that, I'm not really up to doing them. If I get you up to speed, could you cover for me?
Sure.
I'll get the file.
She is 9 months pregnant.
Her due date isn't until June 5th. This will be a 3-day trial.
And what happens if she goes into labor the first day?
Is there a reason you don't want to wait a month, Mr. Young?
Of course there's a reason. He wants the jury to see a pregnant mother-to-be instead of a murderer. He's probably instructed her to give birth during the closings.
Yes, thank you for that. Since I addressed my question to Mr. Young, maybe we could let him answer.
For the record, I advise my client to postpone. She doesn't want to. She has a right to a speedy trial, and that's what she wants.
Mrs. Nielsen, why?
I want to put this trial behind me, Your Honor. When I have my baby, I want everything else over.
What about the stress? This is not traffic court. You are being charged with first-degree murder. Your own doctor is saying, let's wait.
Well, I'm of sound mind, so any medical decision would be mine.
And it's your choice to go forward now.
Yes, Your Honor. I want this ordeal over with.
Okay, then. Let's bring in the jury.
Jimmy Berluti?
Claire.
He isn't even in this firm.
Please don't start with me now.
I'm just saying.
You're upset that I didn't let you run with it. I understand.
I'd like to know why.
You're too green, okay?
The case could turn on these depositions, and it could be malpractice for me to vest it with an attorney just out of law school. And if that hurts, well, hurt happens. Just give Jimmy whatever backup he needs, and if you need to reach me, I'll be at Nancy Decker's office.
Nancy Decker, the divorce lawyer?
Yes.
Miss Stoll.
I'm sorry, I can't talk now.
Don't we have a meeting? I'll be handling it. Hi, Virginia. How are you today?
Don't we have depositions?
Yes, I'll be doing them.
What happened to Lindsay?
Miss Carter, everything's in good hands. You need not worry. We also have Jimmy Berluti, another attorney, joining us for the deposition, so we are in excellent shape.
At the time I arrived, the uniform officers already had the defendant in custody.
Could you tell the jury your observations of the scene, Detective?
There was blood spattered everywhere. On the ceiling, the walls, on the toaster.
Did the spatter pattern suggest anything to you?
The victim was shot at point-blank range 6 times. Several of those shots were fired after the victim was on the ground, helpless.
Did you have an opportunity to speak with the defendant, Carrie Nielsen?
Yes. She confessed to the shooting, as she had on the 911 tape.
And what was her demeanor as she confessed this crime to you?
Calm, detached, without remorse. This was not a woman in distress.
Did she say why she shot her husband?
She said he was physically abusive, and she was concerned for the health of her unborn child.
In fact, she said she was afraid her husband would kill the child.
Objection to the word child. At the time of the shooting, this was a 2-month fetus, not
I
a
asked
child.
the witness what the defendant said. The word she used was child. Was it not, Detective?
Yes.
The objection is overruled.
The 6 shots. They were fired from an automatic in rapid succession. Isn't that right?
They appear to have been, yes.
Within 2 to 3 seconds?
Probably.
And Detective, have you ever encountered a situation in which a person under attack keeps shooting even after the attack is over?
Yes.
So it's possible my client fired off the first shot or two in defense of her unborn child and just kept squeezing the trigger while still in shock. That's possible, isn't it, Detective?
Anything's possible, counsel.
If at any time you get confused, you just tell me, okay, Virginia?
Okay.
And you understand I represent White Oaks, the apartment complex where you live, right?
Yes.
Did your lawyers tell you I'd be against you?
Yeah.
Well, I'll try not to be a big meanie. Really, I just want to find out what happened. Now, this happened at a party, right?
Yes. We were having a birthday party.
Your birthday?
Yeah.
How old?
10.
10? Wow. That's a big one. I bet you were really excited.
Yeah.
You know how old I am? 100. Some of the guests said you were jumping on the balcony. Is that right?
Yes.
And were you also jumping against the rail, Virginia?
It just broke.
You must have been so scared.
I was.
Do you remember where your mom was when you fell?
I think in the kitchen.
First of all, I'm not a divorce lawyer, Bobby. That's a whole different breed of bug. And second, even if I were, I'm a little too close.
It's not going to be complicated or even contested. I just want to get it done.
Speaking professionally, I don't think that's a sound approach. And speaking personally, I'm offended by it. You have a son. You both have a duty to explore reconciliation. How could you possibly prioritize expediency
I'm not asking you to interfere with my life, Eleanor.
I am in your life, Bobby. So is Rebecca. So is everybody else in this office. Whether you want us in is beside the point.
I don't.
Well, we are. And as your friend, as a parent myself, I am telling you, go get your hands dirty in therapy before...
It's her, okay? Lindsay's mind is made up. She's immovable. Given that, the best way to spare my son is to get it done.
Is there going to be a custody issue?
No. She's taking him weekdays, I get him weekends. There's no rule. This has to be messy, you know.
There's gotta be a rule against it being simple.
I can't believe you have a murder trial.
Me neither.
Is there a reason you're on this? No, I know you're good, but still, a year out of law school?
I think Eugene wanted a woman on board since there are implied Roe v. Wade issues running through this.
Roe v. Wade?
The fetus wasn't viable at the time of the shooting. We're arguing defense of others, so...
Is that a problem for you? I mean, being a pro-choice woman?
Not really. Plus...
Plus what?
I love working with Eugene. He's so far and away the best lawyer in this firm.
I'm afraid of him. I said hi once and he kind of grunted.
Do you think it'd be incredibly inappropriate if I asked him out?
Yes. Hello?
Well, he's never going to ask me out. He's too principled. Which means, if we were to ever date, I'd have to make the move.
Claire, we're set?
I'm ready.
You prepped this woman, right?
She's prepped. She's ready. Let's go.
It isn't really true, though, is it?
What?
That it's Lindsay's doing. You orchestrated it, don't you think?
I didn't orchestrate her falling out of love with me.
Fair enough. Wives do that with husbands all the time. But they don't leave when there are children involved. Unless pushed.
And I pushed her.
You kissed me, you slept with me. One could argue that you traded on her self-respect and manipulated things.
Are you my therapist now?
No, I'm the mistress. Or maybe I'm just the device that helps you end your marriage.
All right, this is crazy. Let's postpone.
No.
Carrie, you're in pain. The baby could be in distress.
Is he?
I don't know, Carrie, but why take the risk?
I don't want to give birth in custody. They'll just take him away from me. I want the trial over. I want to have him on the outside.
Carrie, we could lose, in which case you'll probably get more visitation in jail than you could in prison.
These are just contractions, like you said. I want to keep going. I want to have my baby in a real hospital, not in a jail.
My kitchen has a window, so I could see her.
I understand, but my question was, do you think it was safe for her to play on the second-story balcony?
I assumed the balcony was safe.
It never previously struck you as unsafe, did it?
No.
And you never called the White Oaks Management Company about the railing outside your apartment, did you?
No.
How many times a day would you say you looked at that railing?
I don't have time to sit around and look at a railing.
I know, but how many times a day, on average, do you think you see it? A dozen? 2 dozen?
Maybe 10, if you count the times I see it from inside the kitchen.
Okay, so you looked at this railing approximately 10 times a day. Would that be fair?
Yeah,
And how long did you live in this apartment before the accident?
about 4 years.
Okay. 365 times 4 makes 1,460 days. If you look 10 times a day for 4 years, assuming my math is correct, you looked at that railing roughly 14,600 times before the accident. And not once did you notice anything was wrong with it. Isn't that right?
What the hell was all that about? 4 times 365 times 10, what's that got to do with anything?
Here's our problem. The defendant isn't really negligent for not fixing the railing if they had no way of knowing it was broken.
What are you talking about? They have an ongoing duty to inspect and repair.
Yes, and the file is full of maintenance reports that say they did exactly that. Not one report says the railing was loose or broken. And now they've got your testimony that you've never noticed anything wrong either.
But the way Virginia fell, that railing had to be broken.
We have to be able to prove that.
It's their building, for God's sake.
Naomi, look. This is going to be a very tough case to win. My suggestion would be, let me see if I can get something.
By something, you mean how much?
If we can get, say, $50,000. We should think about it.
My daughter will be in a wheelchair for the rest of her life. For that, we're supposed to accept $50,000?
The damages to your daughter are obviously immeasurable. Unfortunately, I don't know if we can prove what we need to prove.
I don't believe this. My daughter can't walk. She can't walk.
They fought a lot, but it escalated dramatically after she got pregnant.
By fought, you mean?
A lot of screaming. But it got physical, too. I could hear it right through the walls.
And Mr. Gall, you live in the apartment next to Mrs. Nielsen and the victim?
Correct.
And Mr. Gall, were you able to hear the substance of their arguments?
Typically, no, because I really didn't care to. I turned my television up. But I did specifically hear him screaming that he didn't want her to have it. Presumably, the baby. I also specifically heard her on more than one occasion screaming at him that he was hurting her.
Did you ever do anything yourself?
I intervened when I thought he was hurting her. When he wasn't around, I tried another form of intervention, which was trying to persuade her to leave the man.
Did you ever call the police?
I called them the night I heard the shots. And I called them once before when I thought he was physically attacking her.
According to your statement to the police, you either intervened or called the police every time you heard sounds of physical abuse or intense screaming. Was that your statement?
Yes, it was.
And it's true?
Yes, it is.
Well, on the night of Mr. Nielsen's death, you neither intervened nor called the police prior to the shooting. Is that correct?
Yes.
So one could conclude then that there were no sounds of fighting before the gun was fired.
I don't know.
Well, you didn't hear them.
I can't say that I did, but I was in shock myself. It's possible I just don't remember.
Eleanor. Hi.
Hey. Looks like somebody's leaving. Lindsay, this is none of my business.
I couldn't agree with you more.
All right, look. Cards on the table? I love you. And I love Bobby. And I suppose I have an emotional investment in this marriage. I think you're being far, far too draconian here. You have a son. And as angry as you may be with Bobby, and I don't blame you, by the way, you have to realize that the hatred you feel comes from betrayal, and that the foundation of betrayal is love. There is no good reason to rush this. Let some time pass. Give your emotions some time to settle. Lindsay, you have a son.
Can you sit for a second? Last week I sat in a church grieving for a serial killer. A sick man who kills innocent people. I mourned his loss, Eleanor. But the thing that struck me sitting in that church was that I was mourning. I was feeling. It was something I haven't done for a long, long time. And you said, let my emotions settle. My problem is, I've had no emotions. I've been going dead with Bobby. With every day, I grow a little more dead. And that's where my son is becoming most victimized. His mother is becoming emotionally deadened. I wish I would feel hatred or anger towards Bobby. But I feel neither. I don't love him. I don't hate him. I'm not sure if I really even like him.
But what I am sure of is that for me to have any chance of resuming some emotional life, I have to get away from him. And that's what I'm doing.
I'm not so convinced we should call her.
Carrie? How can we not?
Well, the neighbor's testimony went so well, Carrie could just throw that all away.
But our whole case turns on jury sympathy. They have to get to know her.
Maybe so.
Eugene, can we talk for a second about last week when I took the stand?
What's there to talk about?
Look, I know you weren't trying to do me any favors, but why? Is there a reason you feel a need to apologize if somebody salutes your compassion?
I don't think I do that.
Why do you grunt?
I beg your pardon?
Well, do you intimidate people by design?
Look, we have a case to work on here, Jamie. So is there a reason for all these questions?
I'm just taking a personal interest in you, that's all. Look, I know you wouldn't go out with me in a million years, but I was wondering, after this trial, could we maybe set our clock ahead a million years and go have dinner?
I don't think that would be a great idea.
Okay. Can we debate the merit of the idea over dinner?
Let's just get back to work.
Fine.
Fine.
I've scheduled a settlement conference for 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. As I said, I'd be thrilled to get 50 under this fact pattern.
Okay.
May I ask, who was handling this case? You or Lindsay?
Well, I was pushing it uphill. Lindsay was planning to take the depots. Why?
Can I be honest?
Sure.
I think a disservice was done to these people. Revving the mother up, making her think there'd be some big score.
Her daughter's in a wheelchair. We hardly needed to rev her up.
She was obviously led to believe there's some pot of gold here.
Well, there should be. A girl is disabled.
Yes, the damages are there. That doesn't mean liability is.
Whose side are you on?
Claire, I know you don't want to hear this, but public housing tenants make lousy plaintiffs. For whatever reason, juries don't like them. On top of that, you've got a defendant knee-deep in HUD loans just trying to keep the place habitable. There's no pot of gold, and you did a big disservice to the client to suggest otherwise. I know you're young and enthusiastic, but I think you need to deal with your zeal. Sometimes it can cause harm. The meeting's at 9 o'clock.
We'd been married just under 4 years.
Happily?
Till about 2 years ago. He was having problems with his partners. He started drinking more. He started hitting me.
He started hitting you? Over what period of time?
Over a period of about 6 months. Then I got pregnant, and he promised to stop drinking.
Did he?
For a while. Things kept getting worse at work. I couldn't have been easy to be around in the first trimester of my first pregnancy.
Can you tell us what happened that night?
He came home. He'd been drinking. And he said he didn't want me. And he didn't want the baby. That he was suffocating, that I'd ruined everything.
Did you argue?
Not really. I began to respond when he just shoved me, and then he punched me.
What did you do?
I did what I always did. I took it. Tried not to make him any more angry.
How did he react to that?
He said something about getting it out of me. And then he punched me, and I fell to the ground.
Then what?
I pulled the gun out of the cabinet where we kept it. And I told him to stand back, that I wouldn't let him hurt our baby. And then he lunged at me.
Carrie, what did you do next?
I shot him. It was as if my fingers, they just convulsed on the trigger like it wasn't me shooting.
You say your husband beat you over a 6-month period. Now, you never called the police any of those times.
I'm seeing a therapist about that now. She says it's called battered women's syndrome.
I see. Did you ever go to the hospital?
No.
So you were never really injured?
Oh, I had bruises. I was just too ashamed to...
You never went to a shelter either?
No.
With all these places you could go to for help.
Knowing something's there and being able to do something about it are two different...
But you did do something about it, didn't you, Carrie? You decided to put 6 bullets into your husband rather than...
Objection!
Sustained.
Does the name Robert Sheehan mean anything to you?
He's a lawyer.
He's a divorce lawyer you consulted only 1 month before you killed your husband.
Well, I met with him once, but I didn't follow through on it.
Because he told you that since most of your husband's money was held in trusts, you would get a lot more with him dead than if you divorced him.
Objection!
Sustained.
Your husband have life insurance?
Yes.
It's a $500,000 policy with the money going to you. You're aware of that, aren't you?
I'm aware of it.
You decided to trade in your alcoholic husband for $500,000, didn't you, Mrs. Nielsen?
I decided to save the life of my baby, Mr. Kupchak.
Oh, you were saving your baby?
Yes.
Not your own life, but your baby's.
Yes.
Mrs. Nielsen, have you ever had an abortion?
Objection!
The defendant is clearly saying that a 2-month fetus is a person. I'd like to cross-examine her on that.
I'll allow it.
Have you ever had an abortion?
Once. Before I was married.
If you remember, how old was the child?
17 weeks.
We got hurt in there today, Jamie.
Many people change their positions on abortion, Eugene. I mean, especially after they get married.
We need to draft a proposed set of jury instructions.
Mr. Young, you called for me.
I need for you to think, Mr. Gall. Think back. Are you sure you didn't hear anything before the shots?
I'm not sure at all. He put those words into my mouth. I may very well have heard them fighting.
I may need to put you back up there to say that.
Okay.
I'll let you know.
It is not a good idea. We cannot rest our case on that kind of uncertainty.
Well, I don't like resting our case where we are right now.
Look, do you want to put the neighbor up there to say what he may have heard?
Jury instructions, Jamie. I need them on my desk tonight.
Fine.
Fine.
It just seems like such a little amount.
It is, but...
I read in the papers, these people who choose to smoke win millions of dollars from the tobacco companies. My daughter didn't choose to lean against a broken railing, and now she can't walk.
I think one thing that they're betting on is that you can't afford to see this through trial. If you beat them in court, Miss Carter, it could take 4 or 5 years before you get anything. And that's just assuming you win, which isn't even likely.
There's nothing else you can do?
I don't think so. I mean, the truth is, you've got a sympathetic defendant providing housing with loans from HUD. Like Jimmy says, they get these loans just to...
What? What?
What do you mean, redo them?
Redo them. They're imprecise. This whole case would come down to...
Where are they imprecise?
3, 4, 5, 6. We need to spell it out.
It is.
Not enough, Jamie. If that judge instructs that a fetus is not a child, we lose. Do you get that? Our whole theory is defense of others. If she instructs that there is no child, then there is no other.
Stop talking to me like I'm 3.
I'm talking to you like you're a lawyer, and this work is not acceptable.
Oh, you're full of crap. You're upset because I asked you to dinner and you can't handle it. Well, the offer is revoked. You can go eat a cheeseburger alone like the big bald curmudgeon you are.
You don't talk to me like
These
that.
instructions are fine. The work is acceptable, so you can go off in no corner and grunt.
Oh, now I get it.
Get what?
You asked me out for currency. Now when I come down on you for your work, you could claim I'm retaliating for personal reasons. Very clever.
Oh, that is so cynical.
I don't think so.
I asked you out because I like you. And you can't take it. Well, I like you. I like you.
Claire?
Claire. Did you sleep here?
I guess I did.
What are you working on?
The Carter case. I have a 9 o'clock settlement conference.
It's 9:10.
What? I'm so sorry. Traffic.
We just started. Mr. Sloan is offering us the grand sum of $20,000.
Look, our insurance company is tightening up on nuisance claims.
Nuisance?
Claire, that girl is disabled for life. This is hardly a nuisance claim.
Come on, post-accident test showed a minimal fissure.
The railing broke.
Because she jumped onto it.
She weighs 70 pounds.
Look, there's no negligence. And if we go to trial, you're looking at 3 years before the first witness is even sworn in. Now, I'm sure your client could use that $20,000. My suspicion is it would come in very handy right now. You have an obligation to take the offer to your client.
Could you take this to your client?
What is it?
An amendment to our document production requests. We want your HUD financial records. I already got the loan application under the Freedom of Information Act. Your client made representations about upgrading and renovating White Oak's property. They got $4 million, in fact, which is interesting because, according to your own interrogatory responses, there have been no renovations since you received the HUD funding. You stated that there are currently no plans for remodeling. That might qualify your client for fraud, Mr. Sloan.
I think you're reaching, counsel.
I don't think so. You received money earmarked for repairs. Had you done those repairs, the faulty railing would have been discovered. If you've not done them, brings me back to fraud.
You don't know what that money was spent on. Now, I don't think...
This is my motion for a court-enforced audit. Then we'll know what the money was spent on, or not spent on. I certainly hope your client didn't take a low road, Mr. Sloan. There's still an opportunity to choose a high one. I would encourage you to encourage your client to reconsider. Not to avoid an audit, not to avoid liability for fraud, but to compensate a 10-year-old girl who will never be a cheerleader, who will never get to dance at her senior prom, and who won't walk down the aisle at her own wedding. She won't walk through many of life's moments because I suspect your client got greedy. I would encourage you to talk to your client because it's the right thing to do.
This was murder. A woman in a lousy marriage fires 6 shots, point blank. Bang, 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 bang. That's not defense. No evidence of any shouting or fighting preceding the shooting. It just so happens the defendant visited a divorce attorney 1 month before. She explored getting out of this marriage one way. She chose another. And as for this theory, she was defending the life of her unborn child. This fetus was 8 weeks old. She previously aborted a 17-week fetus, so let's not pretend that she considered it a person. And even if she did, the law doesn't. A non-viable fetus is not a person. That's what the Supreme Court has said. Now, she wants to say, hey, As far as she's concerned, it's a human being. Well, that is exactly the rationale employed by people who shoot doctors at abortion clinics. They're just protecting the lives of the unborn. Well, we don't let those murderers get away with it, and we can't let this one. And finally, even should you choose to ignore the law, defy the Supreme Court, and find this fetus to be a person, thereby affording Mrs. Nielsen her novel defense, her use of force has to be reasonable. It cannot be excessive. The victim here was unarmed. One shot was arguably excessive. She fired 6. 5 after he lay on the floor. You see this man here? He was very much a person. This was a human being. Shot 6 times, point blank.
She fired the one shot and impulsively kept squeezing. In her own testimony, she said her fingers convulsed on the trigger. That testimony was not refuted. As for her consulting with a divorce lawyer, that didn't just so happen. Of course she thought about divorce. The man was beating her, punching her in the stomach. She was pregnant. And talk to any pregnant woman. They don't point to their stomach and say the thing or the fetus. They call it the baby. So don't tell me that for any woman who's been pregnant, that there isn't a life in play. This country spends millions of dollars educating people on the importance of prenatal care because we recognize that life. Because parenting starts with pregnancy. Because the essence of parenting is protecting the child, and that starts in the womb. She didn't have to consult with the Supreme Court to know that she had a child living inside her. Carrie Nielsen was protecting her child. And in case you didn't know, if the victim had killed that child with one of his punches, the state legally could and would have charged him with murder. See, we prosecute those who kill non-viable fetuses unless it's by illegal abortion. So it's disingenuous for the state to be saying to you, hey, there is no life. There was a life. And my client did what she had to save it.
Okay, members of the jury, I am now going to give you a set of instructions before I send you back to deliberate. The most important one I'm going to say first and last because you really need to heed it. For the purpose of this trial, you are to consider the fetus a human being. That means the defendant is entitled to use force to defend it.
That was good, right? That's the exact instruction we wanted.
But they still have to find the force was reasonable, and 6 shots is 6 shots.
They also might not be convinced on your motive.
Well, how long before... Oh!
You okay?
I was contracting all through the closings. I could be in labor.
Well, let's get you to a hospital then.
Don't I have to be here?
No, not for the reading of the verdict.
Carrie, why take the risk?
Okay.
God?
How much more?
We don't know. Mr. Sloan says it's a package we'll be happy with. So it sounds encouraging.
So this is good news?
It's very good news. We gave them 2 days. We'll let you know as soon as the offer comes in.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm gonna go tell Virginia.
Okay. Wow, huh?
I didn't appreciate you springing that stuff in the conference.
I didn't plan that. I meant to tell you before, but I overslept and then things looked like they were going south.
You don't need to apologize. Good work, Claire. The idea of going to HUD, the legwork, getting a hold of those documents, that was something.
It's called zeal.
You're a fine young lawyer. And, well, Excellent job.
Thank you.
How long ago?
Jamie.
Thank you very much. She's in full labor.
Members of the jury, have you reached a verdict?
We have, Your Honor.
What say you?
On the matter of the Commonwealth versus Carrie Nielsen, on the charge of murder in the first degree, we find the defendant not guilty. On the charge of murder in the second degree, we find the defendant not guilty.
This concludes the jury's service. You are dismissed with the court's thanks. We are adjourned.
Congratulations.
You too.
Let's go tell Carrie.
£7, 10 ounces.
Everybody's healthy?
Mother and son are doing fine. The doctor will be out in a second, and she said you could go in.
You told her she was acquitted?
I did. She's ecstatic. It'll just be a second.
Good day, I guess.
Yep.
I loved your closing, by the way.
Thank you. Listen, if you still feel like getting dinner sometime later...
That'd be great.
Okay.
You can go in.
Thank you. Now I see why she won the trial before she delivered.
It might not mean anything.
Nope. Might not.
When are you coming home, Daddy?
Very soon, sweetie. Very soon, okay? Very soon. Okay, Daddy has to have a meeting now, okay? All right, kiss your mom.
I'll be right up, sweetheart. Anna? Come on, Deb.
Eight years.
8 years?
Out in 5 with good behavior. Personally, I think it's a decent offer.
Decent? It's decent? For innocent people to plead guilty to murder?
Marcy, what would be indecent is for your husband to serve a life sentence.
They don't even have a body. How can they possibly prove
They
that
got a witness. They got forensics. And let's not kid ourselves. Tom going on the lam.
Because I knew that they would jump to the conclusion that I did it, Jimmy.
Whatever the reason. You ran, Tom. You lived under a false name for almost 10 years.
Look, it's your life. It's obviously your call. But given the risk, we think you have to consider the 8 years.
In which case, by the time I get out, my daughter's 12. And in the meantime, she grows up thinking her dad's a killer. I will not let that happen.
If we lose, your daughter grows up without a dad. Forever.
I am rejecting the offer.
They turned it down?
I just got the call.
Well, I'd go back with 5.
For a first-degree murder?
Ken, you've got no body.
We've won with no bodies before.
Look at me. Please, do not let your competitive bile suck out what little remains of your judgment.
That's not encouragement, Helen. I thought we agreed to be encouraging with one another.
I'm encouraging you to plead this one out.
I am not going to let a premeditated murderer get off with 5 years. That goes against my conscience, not to mention my bile.
Did he say what this was about?
Not to me.
He's been such a wackadoo these days, it could be about anything.
Well, it must be big. He wanted me here. I'm never included in anything.
Well, he better get here fast. We're in trial.
Maybe he and Lindsay are getting back together.
Why would he have a meeting to say that?
Because he's such a wackadoo?
Jamie, your attitude has taken a little dip lately. Have you noticed that?
Sorry I'm late. Thanks for coming. What's going on? I've decided to resign. I'll be leaving the firm pretty much immediately. Eugene, you'll take over as senior partner. I know this comes as a shock, but it's just something I feel I have to do. I'll be here for the next few days to work out logistics so we don't have to say our goodbyes yet. That's all. What was that? It's a long story, Eugene. I got time. First, let's deal with let's deal with why. I'm just not happy here anymore, Eugene. Fine. Why? It's nothing personal against any of you. Fine. Well, what is it then? It's just personal stuff. Can we leave it at that? No, we can't, Bobby. You see, you and I, we are personal. We've always put it out there. And for something like this, I'm not exactly sure of the why. It probably has something to do with me and Lindsay, but it's more than that. And I feel like I've hit a wall here. And I feel like I'm gonna crash. And I just need to leave before I become wreckage. You owe us an explanation, Bobby. And I don't mean all of the cliches you've just spewed out. You owe us a reason.
Her name was Rachel Rosenblum. She disappeared 10 years ago. She was 25 years old. They found her blood soaking the rug in her living room, but they never found her body. Now, before you start feeling too sorry for her, let me tell you, Rachel Rosenblum was a murderer herself. She killed her husband, who just so happened to be the defendant's brother. And the defendant, well, as the evidence will show, he decided to take the law into his own hands. Before the jury could ever return a verdict in Rachel Rosenblum's trial, Tom Bardos killed her, then dumped her body in the Atlantic Ocean.
They've got no evidence that shows that. They can't even prove she's dead. Basically, all they have is the likelihood that Rachel Rosenblum was killed during her own murder trial. And they figure my guy had motive, so he must have done it. Well, he didn't do it. Talk about rush to judgment. Here, they can't even wait to make sure she's dead.
He became a fugitive in October 1992 when we were about to arrest him for the murder of his sister-in-law, Rachel Rosenblum.
Detective, why was he under suspicion for this murder?
Rachel was married to his brother, Adrian Bartos, who she stabbed to death in the summer of 1992.
What led you to believe Miss Rosenblum herself had been killed?
She was out on bail. The jury was deliberating over the weekend, and she didn't show up for the verdict, which was a conviction, by the way.
Did you look for her?
We went to her house. There were signs of a break-in, and there were enormous amounts of her blood in her living room rug. We found one of her teeth under the couch, and there were bloody drag marks into the bathroom tub. We believe her killer cut her body up there so he could carry it out of her house easier. Some of her luggage was missing, and we assume it was used to get rid of the body parts.
Well, come on now. This woman was on trial for murder and facing a conviction. Maybe she faked her death in order to escape prison.
We certainly considered that. But Rachel Rosenblum weighed about 130 pounds. She'd have had about 3,500 cubic centimeters of blood in her body. By weighing the rug, we found that she lost at least 1,700 cc's, almost half her blood. And that's not even accounting for evaporation. It's almost impossible to believe she could survive that.
And why did you suspect the defendant was involved?
First of all, motive. She killed his brother. During the trial, he was extremely worried that she'd be acquitted.
What else?
Forensic evidence. We found hairs on her living room floor soaked in Rachel's blood. Recent DNA testing showed them to be the defendants.
This hair you found, Tom used to spend lots of time in that house. It was his brother's house.
By his own statement, he hadn't been there in months, and the house was regularly cleaned.
Can you positively determine when that hair got into the rug?
No.
In fact, it could have been there for years before Rachel disappeared.
Unlikely.
And Detective, police records show a series of break-ins in Rachel's neighborhood around the time of her killing.
None of which led to anyone being killed.
Can you positively rule out she could have been killed by a burglar?
It can't be positively ruled out, but the likelihood...
Rachel knew she could go away for up to 20 years, correct?
That's right.
So she had a huge motive to fake her own death to keep from going to jail, didn't she?
Is it possible she could bleed herself practically dry and rip out one of her own teeth? Anything's possible.
Thank you. No further questions.
Are you going to stew all night?
Maybe. I'm entitled.
Could I be a dumb blonde for a second and give my unsolicited opinion? Rather than sit there feeling betrayed, you could look at it and say, gee, wow, Bobby picked me as senior partner. What an honor.
I don't look at it like that.
Or you could say, gee, this firm has been struggling a little. New direction may be in order.
Don't look at it like that either.
Or you could say, gee, my friend must really be struggling. And instead of feeling betrayed, maybe I should focus on helping him. Failing all of the above, you could say, gee, everything she says is so dumb. I'm having dinner with a beautiful, dumb blonde. I bet she must be easy. So many silver linings. And the night is young.
How's this trial going?
Okay. Do you know where you're going?
I'm going to open an office. Solo practitioner like the old days, I guess. Beck. It isn't personal. You know that.
I know that. Can I help with anything?
No. I'm good.
I don't really owe you an explanation, Lindsay.
How can you say that?
You don't even live here anymore. This is a decision I've made about my life.
What about income? What about the cost of raising a child?
That's why you're here? Money?
Yes, Bobby, you damn well know I scratch right now. If this is some ploy to avoid alimony, then
What? Don't you ever accuse me of doing this to avoid alimony.
This is erratic behavior, Bob.
It's my life.
Fine. Live your life.
I lived next door to Rachel and Adrian. We were friends.
How well did you know the defendant, Tom Bardos?
Pretty well. He was very close to his brother, so he came around a fair bit.
Mrs. Wayne, on the day Rachel disappeared, did you notice anything out of the ordinary?
It was early in the morning. I was out gardening, and I saw someone in her backyard. I looked through the fence and saw Tom. So I called out to him.
Did he respond?
No. He turned and walked away quickly.
You're positive this was the morning she disappeared?
Quite positive.
This man you called to, he didn't answer.
No.
So you never heard his voice?
No.
And you didn't even see this man's face straight on, did you?
I saw a profile.
Looking through the slats of a fence.
I also recognized his clothing.
A black windbreaker and jeans.
It was Tom.
Any idea how many men in the Boston area own a black windbreaker and jeans?
It was Tom.
That didn't go so great.
It's still all circumstantial, isn't it?
It is, but...
Assuming the jury believes he was there that morning.
I wasn't.
But if the jury believes it was you, and her testimony was persuasive, we can't really explain it. So that gives them motive, your DNA at the scene, and you were seen at her house the morning she disappeared. It isn't good.
The point is, the offer of 8 might still be on the table. If things should go worse, they could pull it.
I want to play it out a little longer. I have to.
We log every flight that takes off and lands. Mr. Bardos took up his plane that afternoon and landed outside Providence, Rhode Island. He was on the ground only 30 minutes before flying back.
That's a short trip, Mr. Woolrich?
Yes, shorter than his usual trips.
Mr. Woolrich, did you observe the defendant loading anything into his plane before he took off?
Yes, I observed him loading what appeared to be a large duffel bag into the cabin. He struggled with it. It seemed to be very heavy.
And did you have an opportunity to observe whether he unloaded the duffel bag after he landed?
There was no duffel bag when he came back.
It's adding up. And the problem is we have nothing to stack up against it.
Could I take the stand? As a character witness.
Marcy, until 6 months ago, you thought your husband's name was Dan Sterling. What kind of character witness would you really be if you didn't even know his true identity?
Marcy? Could I have a second, please?
Why?
I just need a second with Jimmy and Rebecca.
Okay.
What's going on?
I haven't been totally upfront. I think she's alive.
Who?
Rachel.
Rachel? The victim?
Yeah.
You know this how?
I helped her fake her death and get out of Boston.
I beg your pardon?
I was having an affair with her. In fact, I loved her. That's why I was freaking out at the trial. I was worried she'd be convicted. I was acting angry to cover her. I mean, if the cops had known we were having an affair, they would have used that against her.
Okay. Slow down.
You were in love with your brother's wife?
My brother was a bastard. He used to beat her when he had a few beers in him, which was practically every night. I was going to take her away from him, and he found out and came at her, and that is why she stabbed him. In self-defense.
So where is she now?
I don't know. She left me.
Well, wait.
We lived together for about 8 months, under separate identities, after which she split. Given she was convicted in Adrian's murder, I don't figure her to be coming back. Can you send my wife in now, please? I guess it's time I tell her.
Do you believe him?
Actually, I do. As crazy as it sounds.
They faked her death together.
So she could escape prison. The question is, do we let him get on the stand and tell his story?
It's risky.
But if we believed him, so might the jury. And at this point, we've got nothing to lose.
Why didn't he come forward with this before?
Good question. He probably figured nobody would swallow it.
Which is maybe why you don't let him testify.
Look, we gotta get back, Eugene. What's this meeting about?
It's about Bobby, or this firm without Bobby. Whether he changes his mind or not, right now it seems made up. Which means we need to get used to life quickly around here without him. Eleanor and I have formed an ad hoc management committee. We will be deciding whether to accept or reject cases that's effective immediately.
Wait a second.
We can't do it by committee, Jimmy. And truth be told, you're the biggest offender for taking dogs.
Hey!
On a more positive note, we've elected you to be a full partner.
Oh.
Who elected?
Well, with my 2 votes and Eleanor's 1, we didn't need yours, though I'm sure you would have given it to us.
Is this how you plan to run the ship, Eugene?
Here's the biggie. If Bobby's gone, I say we get Lindsay back.
Excuse me?
She wasn't leaving us so much as she was him, and
Whoa.
She has the best civil reputation of all of us.
If you bring her in, Bobby will never come back.
We can't be held hostage by Bobby's midlife meltdown, Rebecca. We have to be decisive now. And yes, this is how I plan to lead. All those in favor of extending an offer to Lindsay. Good.
How hostile is that?
It's not hostile.
You plan to invite my ex-wife in here?
You're not going to be here, Bobby. It shouldn't matter what we do.
What matters is getting a deliberate slap in the face from somebody.
Try a punch in the gut. That's what you did.
I made a decision.
So did I. In the best interest of this firm. When's the last time you did that? When's the last time you did that? You need to move on, Bobby. Well, so do we. And if you really do care about our future, you better hope to God we get Lindsay, because she's the best available lawyer out there. Yeah, walk out. Just keep walking outdoors.
This is the thanks I get for giving the firm to you?
Thanks for what? For leaving?
All right, that's enough.
10 years. I put in this firm with you by your side, and not just to build a practice of law. 10 years. Thanks for nothing.
I have way too many changes going on right now to even consider this. I'm flattered, but...
Might you consider it? Down the road some.
We're serious about developing our civil practice here, Lindsay. We'd like you to do it.
If I were to even entertain the idea, Claire comes with me.
We'd love to have her.
Well, like I said, I can't think about any more change right now. But,
Are you okay?
Yeah. Yeah, I feel a little, adrift. I guess the idea of coming home.
Then do that, Lindsay. Come back home.
I gotta go, okay? Thanks.
We knew about the break-ins in the neighborhood. We wanted it to seem like she had surprised the burglar, he'd killed her, and hid the body.
What about all the blood?
Rachel used to work as a nurse. She'd taken blood many times. We wanted it to look good, so she started taking vials of her own blood for a couple of weeks. We kept it in her refrigerator, and when we had enough...
And her teeth?
She had some anesthetic she took from the hospital. We injected it in her gums and pulled out one of her back teeth with a pair of pliers.
She mutilated herself?
If we hadn't made it look like she was really dead...
And the airplane trip?
Helping her escape. I flew her up to Providence, dropped her off, and came back.
So she was actually in the duffel bag?
But alive. She took a bus from Providence to Atlanta. I was going to wait until things cooled down, then I was going to move out of town and join her.
But?
Basically, I blew it. The neighbors saw me. I didn't even know about DNA, my hairs in her blood. And then when the police phoned, I knew I was about to get arrested, so I took off and joined her.
Then what?
We hid out together for about 8 months. Paying in cash, staying in motels. We kept entirely to ourselves. We moved every week. And then, one day she couldn't take it anymore. And she left me. And I never saw her again.
When was that?
9+ years ago. I got a new ID, a new name, started getting regular work in telecom. And 5 years ago, I settled outside of Los Angeles. And a year later, I met my wife, Marcy. We worked together at the phone company. We have a beautiful baby daughter.
Tom, you sat on this lie for 9+ years.
I know I should never have helped Rachel escape. I know it now, and I am sorry. I should be condemned for that behavior, but I did not kill her. She is out there. Somewhere.
Thank you. Objection.
I'm sorry, but I thought I'd seen and heard it all.
Objection.
Sustained.
It's the truth.
It's the truth. What you just said?
Yes.
Well then, I'll drop the charges.
Mr. Walsh.
Show me a photograph of the two of you together taken after she disappeared. That would be a help.
We didn't take any pictures.
Not one?
We were fugitives, Mr. Walsh. We were a little camera shy.
How about a witness? Someone who saw her alive. You were together for 8 months. Someone must have seen you. A motel clerk, a waiter. You must have some evidence to show you were having an affair with her.
The point of an affair is that it's secret.
You ripped out Rachel's teeth with pliers and stored vials of her blood in her refrigerator?
Yes.
Got the pliers? The empty anesthetic jars?
You're asking me for evidence we were deliberately trying to get rid of.
So basically, all we've got to go on here is your good word.
Yes.
You admit lying to the police about your relationship with the victim?
Yes.
Lying about your very name for 10 years?
I had to.
Lying even to your own wife?
Yes.
But now, when you're looking at 20 years behind bars, now we should believe you.
Is 8 still on the table?
No. I just tried to float it. Walsh laughed.
Do you have any idea as to where Rachel could possibly be? If we can show she's alive... Did she ever mention a favorite town or place she'd like to go?
I don't remember anything. But I don't really want to lead them to her anyway.
Sorry?
I just don't. Look, I started a new life, and she probably did too. She likely has a family, and I don't want to put her through what I'm going through right now.
Are you serious? You have sacrificed everything for this woman.
Marcy, could you excuse us again? Marcy, please. I need to have a conversation with my client. You know where she is, don't you?
No.
How can you sit quiet? You're about...
Because I love her. I'm sorry. I know it's sick, but I do. I still love her, and she still...
She still what? She still loves you? Are you two still together?
No.
Look, all we need is evidence she's alive. She doesn't need to come forward.
If the police become convinced that she is alive, they will hunt her down. And I won't let her... This is privilege. You can't tell Marcy any of this.
Tom, if Rachel loves you as you say...
Jimmy, I will not let her come forward.
I'm so incredibly sorry. I know how difficult this must be for you. And my coming to you screaming about money or it was just out of line, and I apologize. That having been said, do not walk out on these people without talking to them, Bobby. They love you. This practice, first, fundamentally, always, is you.
I guess I just don't get the depth of your hurt here. I mean, he's quitting a job, not a friendship.
Our relationship was the job.
If you really believed that, you wouldn't feel so betrayed.
I've been seeing the man almost every day for my entire adult life, Jamie. When he leaves, we won't be seeing each other. I mean, we'll talk a good game. Let's get together, let's grab a beer, but that won't happen. It'll be over.
Have you ever wondered if you're able to sustain a relationship outside of work? I mean, maybe Bobby won't be much good at it. He failed with Lindsay, but I think it's your track record that scares you so.
I'm able to have a relationship outside of work.
Really? When's the last time?
I believe I'm having one now.
Well, I can't be sure, but I think you actually just said something nice.
Nice. I'm capable of that, too.
I'll believe that when I see it.
How was that?
It's a start.
You gotta help me make sense of this, Tom. You could spend the rest of your life in prison.
I love her, Jimmy. Don't get me wrong. I love Marcy, too. We have a nice family.
Yes. You have a daughter who needs to grow up with a father. If Rachel could just reveal she's alive with that...
She has a murder conviction hanging over her. They'd find her.
Not necessarily if...
I said no, Jimmy, and I mean no. I am willing to go down for her. And if you can't understand how a person could love somebody enough to do that, Well, that's just too bad for you, I guess.
Did he say what this one was about?
I didn't question him.
Because you were just happy to be invited.
Exactly.
What's he doing?
He's closing.
Hey, thanks for coming in again. Eugene, Lindsay, I guess everybody feels I owe an explanation. But it presumes I have one when... All I can tell you is I basically grew up in a big firm. You all know this. My dad was a custodian in one of those blue chip offices across the street. And I wanted to be like those lawyers. And all the while, I hated them for the way they treated my father. And I suppose I've been caught in that paradox, wanting to become the monster I hated. Started off solo, just me with Rebecca as my assistant, vowing to myself to make my firm into the one across the street. And to a large extent, I've done that. I work with a group. The finest group of lawyers I could ever imagine. But at the end of the day, I just can't go to work across the street anymore. I need to be alone. Taking cases I want to take. I love each and every one of you. Eugene, Eleanor, Jimmy, you are my best friends. Rebecca, I won't even begin to describe how I feel about you, and I don't think I have to. Lucy, you've been like a daughter. An obnoxious one. And Jamie, I'm only at the beginning of getting to know you. But I gotta go. I wish I could offer a more satisfactory answer than... I've been very destructive lately. Breaking free of my marriage when what maybe I really wanted was to just break free. But some days you wake up and you just know. It's time. I gotta go. Love you. And just, love you too, man.
What's going on?
Well, Kenneth asked me to be here because he's unable to talk.
What do you mean he's unable to talk?
He's too upset. Last night he received in the mail this bottle with an anonymous note asking him to run it for Prince, which he did. We lifted 3 fresh prints belonging to Rachel Rosenblum. As you can see, this is a fairly new bottle, which means, at least as of 3 months ago, the supposed victim was alive. Accordingly, the prosecution has no choice but to dismiss the complaint. Now, I've tried to tell Kenneth this is a good thing. A terrible miscarriage of justice has been avoided, but, well, he refuses to see it that way. In any event, your client is off the hook. Now, he will face charges of obstruction of justice for faking this woman's death.
It's over?
On the murder charge. On the other, they'll prosecute.
What did they say, how much time I'd get?
No. Faking a person's death, I'd have to look it up. You might make bail.
I can't believe she sent it in. I can't believe it.
I don't think she did. But hey, let's ask her. Did you send it in, Rachel? I detected the resemblance right away, but thought men just fall for a certain look. It's not surprising you should look a little like his last love. But then, I started to look closer. Lose some weight, plastic surgery, new nose, new hair. But most of it's still there.
What are you talking about?
Meet Rachel Rosenblum, Jimmy. The reason Tom didn't want to give her up, she's the mother of his child. I sent the bottle in. You drank out of it yesterday.
That is privilege. You're my lawyer.
I'm his lawyer, not yours.
You're Rachel.
What are you gonna do?
Enough of this does fall within his privilege. Your secret's safe. You, on the other hand, might not be. Your wife kills husbands. But you knew that.
Everyone said you left hours ago.
Yeah, I wanted to do this alone.
Okay. Go for a drink? Bobby, you basically now have nowhere to call home. I mean, maybe that's what you want. But before you adjourn to your big empty world, let me buy you a drink.
Okay.
I'll wait outside.
I take it you won. This is good.
Good? I didn't go to law school to put drug dealers back on the street.
The criminal practice helps us to pay the rent. It allows us
Rent?
to...
We're late with the rent. We don't even have a conference table. We'll never build Sybil. The last blue chip I brought in tripped over a box. Now he's suing us. This is a dump.
You don't think I want us in one of those high-rise buildings? We'll get there 5 years from now. Nice lobby, spacious offices. Come on, it's gonna be us.
Okay.
I'm shutting down the practice. Get your resumes out there. I'll try to string out 3 more weeks.
Yeah, fine. You have a suppression hearing scheduled in 12 minutes.
You see this? Huh? Eviction notice. These are the kinds of things that happen when you can't make the rent, which is the kind of thing you can't make when clients don't pay. Are we anywhere close to a settlement on the tobacco case? Tell me.
Huh.
Right.
We shutting down again.
Oh, that's nice. Any decaf,
I'm
man?
serious. I've had it. We can't keep juggling like this.
You haven't had it. Don't tell me you've had it when you haven't had it. I've had it with your being had it.